or similar breathing organs. If you guys want, you can try and make an Arcana check at the moment. But this is just a moment. I'm not going to kill everyone's character in the suffocation of the intro.
Even mine's bad.
I got
10.
a 9.
A 10 is enough.
I got 11.
That is also enough. In this moment, you recognize that your magic is inaccessible in a way that feels wholly alien. And you feel as though this realm, at the moment, may be one where magic does not fully exist.
Oh no.
But in a bright flash, the moment passes, and you see as the nothing quickly becomes something. There is a hint of a spark somewhere. Some of you see this moment, some of you may have only sensed it, but as you attempt and fail to even gasp for air, as quickly as it appeared, you see it zoom towards you. It envelops you and quickly passes through you in a tangible miasma. And as it does, you are able to breathe once more. If you like, one of you can attempt another Arcana check or a religion check.
Arcana's 25.
Hey.
Oh, natural 20 on a religion. And what could be?
So for you, Jake, you recognize this moment as the birth of magic for this realm. And for you, you realize with your religion check that this is the divine creation of a new realm right now that's happening.
Whoa.
As all that has just become zooms towards and past, you recognize the shapes of clouds, the colors of light, and then finally the feeling of ground beneath your feet. It's a slightly overcast day, and although the sun peeks through the clouds, you feel its heat intensely. You're standing atop a hill, overlooking a few landmarks. So to your south, you see a campsite with a few huts and a campfire between them. There's a pillar of smoke rising above. To the west, you see a group of humanoid shapes hiding in tall grass, and you see a herd of mammoths nearby. And if you guys, one of you can make a perception check.
Got decent perception. I have +5.
Do it. Perceive.
17.
17. The only other thing you see is that to the east there is a kind of looks like a ruins. Looks like some kind of small town that was forming that is just cinders and ash at the moment and broken buildings.
Well, this is very different.
What was the animal you said? Was it a herd of
Mammoths.
Mammoths.
Yeah. Okay.
And are we in clear sight
Of what?
of anything? Are we like, is there any cover around us?
We're on a hill.
There's like rocks and stuff, but you're towards the top of the hill. There is, to your east, there's a higher mountain where the ruins are. But everything else is lower than you guys, so you have a clear view to the two huts and the campfire, and then the people, you can see them hiding in the tall grass nearby the mammoths.
I would try to conceal myself a little bit by rocks or something. And say, I think I just witnessed the birth of magic. Also, because we have a new player, we should say what we look like and stuff.
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, you are different.
Oh, I'm not sure how I got here.
Are you caught in this constant quantum leaping as well?
Not recently.
You see a little brown-skinned gnome in a multicolored cloak with gray hair and a gray goatee checking you out.
Nice. I am a fairly small, like 4 foot tall, brown desert turtle. Very much a Jim Henson puppet.
Oh.
Very dark crystal.
Very cool.
I have seen some of your type near Zamda. Are you from Zamda?
Where did we say I was from? That western desert region.
Oh, the Eastern Desert
the
region, the
eastern
Azaran
desert,
Expanse.
Yeah, the Azaran Expanse. No, Parvus, desert expanse.
Oh. I have not heard of turtles in Parvus. Very interesting. Well, nice
Very
to meet
small
you.
clan.
These people, I have sometimes traveled with them through the quantum leaping. That is what I'm calling it. I don't know where I got this word from, but
Quantum leaping.
yes, this is Bagheera.
How do you do?
I do well, I suppose. Unfamiliar territory.
It is for all of us.
It seems the cosmos has plans.
I dearly hope so.
Why don't we just go around and say what we all look like,
Okay.
so he knows what.
Like devil, blood red,
Yeah.
tiefling, double horned, purple hair, but dressed like she's at Coachella, and has a flail with like vines and flowers and stuff on it. And I'm like, don't worry, you'll get used to it. But we've never ended up in the same place twice, which is kind of lame because some of the places are like adorable or like super cool, but sometimes they're scary, so you don't really want to go back. So anyway, that's what's going on.
Is there common occurrence in each
Yeah, we
location?
show up and somebody's like, "Oh my god, I need help" or something, and then we're like, "Okay," or like sometimes they don't even say that. Sometimes you just show up and you're like, "What are we doing here?" And there's like, "Oh my god, somebody's dead" or whatever, or like something's trying to kill us, and then we do it, and then in the middle of like right when you're like, "Oh, that was so," and then you're just like snap and somewhere else.
My postulation is that this is a dream.
Plain
So-
thinks everything's a dream.
None of this matters, and we should go ride these mammoths you see down there.
But we are dreaming together.
Yes, it could be more, but that is my belief. Bagheera disagrees.
Yeah. We've never gotten to go back home yet.
Oh.
It's the rewards of pursuing these little tasks. Hopefully, is that someday we find out why. Do a little.
There was one time we went back to Elenia Toth, but we couldn't go anywhere.
We did
We
not
were
stay. Yeah.
we were in a village near Falwith, and someone had a pie contest. I tried to leave, but they wouldn't let me. I wanted to just go back to Bourgogne, but no.
Ah, that's very
They were
interesting.
good pies. It's not a bad life.
Yes, my name is Baldric. I'm, as you can see, a dwarf, and wearing chainmail with a necklace with alternating like thunderbolts and stone clouds. I will share with you that in addition to Pliny sensing that the birth of magic, I sense this is the birth of a new realm, like a virgin realm here. So we are here at the beginning. I wonder the things we do may have immense impact on the course of history.
We see signs of the past all around us,
It is.
of age.
It is, well, what do you mean?
I mean, decay and ruins, creatures that are already grown and exist.
Yes, well, that is the strange thing about realms. They can be created already in progress, but I tell you, I have a sense this is just the beginning of this land here.
If that's true, perhaps who's to say that we were not also created in progress? Do these others have memories of their past just like we do?
This would be interesting, yes.
Yes,
There is great meaning here.
creation is often a matter of debate. Did things appear as they were, or did they start?
And the longer we do this, the more it does seem that perhaps the life before us is the dream, that we came from a fiction.
You mean our own homes?
If this place could have been created whole cloth, perhaps we were as well.
Well, maybe we can investigate and meet some of the people here. I see some over there, and there's a campsite over there. Maybe we could find out what memories do they have? Maybe what myths do they already have? What do they think about their own history?
A worthy investigation.
Perhaps to the campsite first, to not disturb the hunt.
There's a big, tough, quiet guy standing near you that just looks like he wants to crush heads.
Says I'm Edric Stonefist. He doesn't say very much, but he introduces himself. He's in plate armor, has a great sword.
Hello, you look very strong.
And you're a dwarf too?
A warrior.
Mountain dwarf.
Cousins.
Cuz, hey cuz.
Good to see you
Good to
again.
see you again.
Yes. We're
You're
a
giving
bunch
me
of
Dark Crystal
shorter.
vibes.
We're a bunch of shorter people and some tieflings.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Bunch of
Yes, but you know, the size of my accomplishments far outweighs the size of my skeleton.
What time of day is it?
I'd say it's pretty early in the day. Probably like 10 a.m.
Okay.
The world was created.
You said there's
at 10 a.m.
somebody. There's
So I shouldn't have to get up before then, huh?
You said there's somebody or something hiding in the grass or something?
Yeah, towards where you saw the mammoth herd, you can see like some humanoid figures that are hiding in the grass, like stalking the herd.
So there's that, and then there's a campfire.
Yeah.
Then there's a couple of huts by the campfire. Perhaps this is their campsite. Well, Brad, like you said, not to disturb their hunt. Maybe we should just go to the campsite.
And did you say that there's any other thing, like a
There's ruins to
Ruins?
the east,
Ruins.
towards higher up a mountain that's nearby the hill.
There were like you said we could see somehow maybe if they were burned or
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
cinders and ash.
okay, or we could go there.
You said it was like a village that was in ruins?
Yeah.
Does it look recent or old, the destruction? Can we tell?
It looks recent, probably in the past
Recent, okay.
couple weeks.
Well, the campsite or the village, I think.
Are we in any hurry? Should we not keep our eye on these people?
Well, they are clearly looking for dinner.
I don't suggest we interfere. But we may learn a lot about them in their first moments. Like if they wander around in a state of confusion versus whether they seem to know what they're doing on this hunt.
Well,
Observe.
it may be smart not to teach them anything they don't already know, to let them develop these things naturally.
A sort of prime directive, if you will.
Perhaps you've heard of the Prime Directive.
I mean, if it's a dream, it doesn't matter. Can't
But
we
if
just
something
go
brought
like,
us here and we have knowledge, should we not pass it on?
right?
I don't know. I feel like normally I would agree with you, but today I feel bad about disrupting the natural process of these creatures, even if we are in a dream.
Well, usually we are summoned for a reason, it seems, and I think the only way to figure that out is to go ahead and make contact and.
Maybe they need help. What if they're about to get like eaten by a mammoth, and then like that's it? That's the end
Or-
of this
or maybe-
civilization.
Yeah, or maybe some, some sort of demon or devil is threatening this new virgin land, and it's up to us to protect it.
Well, my belief is that if we go to the campfire, we will speak to the people who are not hunting,
Yes.
rather than interrupt the hunters.
I
Well
agree.
reasoned.
I will consult my star chart. At the beginning of the day, I'm supposed to roll a d6. Even number, it basically banks a d6 for later. If I roll even, I have a d6 I can add to things later, or roll later. If I roll odd, I have a d6 I can subtract from a roll later.
Okay.
So I break out like a series of like interconnected rocks that form like a larger star map that have engravings in them, and look for portents of the future. I rolled even, so I have a d6 I can add to a roll later.
So, my shelf friend, what do you see? What do you make of these rocks? you
I
have?
see wheel. Positive. It is positive that we are here.
Oh, that seems good.
How much?
Fates
You're
will
all
be-
about the positive energy.
This is
That's
very
right.
fates will
interesting.
Be in our favor.
I don't think
as
it's
we
ever
go.
been a bad thing that we've been anywhere.
Is this some kind of magic I do not know? Are you a wizard?
No, I am simply a druid. I am in tune with the natural world. But the natural world extends not just below our feet, but above us in the sky.
Oh,
It is every bit as part of our world as the grass.
That must be an entirely exciting prospect to see a set of constellations from a universe just created.
I am very curious for the sun to set, I must say. Perhaps we will learn more when it does.
I imagine so.
so
I'm
yeah, you can do that 3 times a day.
Oh, really?
3 times
Oh, I
a
thought it was
day.
just once.
3 times a day, you can add a d6 to someone else's roll for an attack, a save,
It's like a bardic inspiration.
d20 tests. If he rolls odd, he can like sort of bane the enemy or
Exactly.
silver barbs the enemy, and if he rolls even, then he can add, he can buff us.
Exactly. I'm even, baby.
Yeah. Use your reaction.
I am convinced by Pliny and Baldric's reasoning. Shall we proceed to the campsite?
Yes, and also we may need to eat at some point. I'm getting a little hungry. Campsite seems like a good place to go.
Are you hungry for mammoth? Are the mammoths making you hungry?
I've never had a mammoth steak, but I'm interested in trying it. Is that what you call these creatures?
Yes, in my studies in the library of the Mage College of Bourgogne, I have read that at one time existed these creatures in Capernia Toth.
Interesting.
Yes,
Fascinating.
hairy elephants.
You are a scholar.
I am. You also are a scholar.
In my own way, yes.
Yes, game recognized game.
Indeed.
Okay, let's go to the campsite.
All right.
Okay. You guys start heading down the hill towards the south. And when do you guys give me a survival check just to see about how long it takes?
Ooh, please, allow me.
Go for it.
Oh!
27, natural 20.
27, yeah. You guys get there in about an hour. You find like almost a natural path that kind of zigzags down, but because it's sloped a lot more evenly, you guys are able to get down there pretty quickly within like an hour. As you near the campsite, you see that it's inhabited by mostly human children of around 10 to 14, but there are a few exceptions. There is a couple holding a young baby in a swaddle, and there is also an old halfling woman who wears moss-covered rags and has a necklace with a wooden flower hanging from it.
So, I think we approach peacefully, non-threateningly.
They don't seem to really pay you too much mind. Some of the kids will look over at you and then just go back to what they were doing.
Interesting. We do not fear outsiders, it seems.
Hello, everyone. We are here to accomplish a thing for you. Do you have a problem that some strangers from another place would solve?
Or quasi-deities, perhaps.
Direct.
You see the halfling woman kind of looks over and just swats her hand at you. And the male from the couple walks towards you. He's wearing a grass-stained garb with a club at his side. He is age 32 and has kind eyes. His skin is tanned and rough from a lifetime of living outdoors and working with his hands. And he says, let's see, unless you can do something about the dragon, or, I don't know, help us make this more of an actual long-term place to stay. Those are the only problems we have.
What dragon?
The dragon. I assumed you were from the village.
We've just arrived at this place from somewhere very far away. Have you been here long?
Maybe a week or two since the dragon attacked and burned down the human settlement.
So that was your home, the ruins up there that are burned down.
Yes.
Tell us about this dragon.
From where did it come?
What did it look like?
It was translucent, clear in the sky, almost invisible to the eye, except for when it passed a cloud or the sun, you would see the warp in its shape.
Sounds frightening. And did it just came and burned down the village?
It came, burned down the village, ate whoever it could catch, and me and my wife and these children, I think, are all that were able to make it out.
We saw some other people nearby. They looked like they were hunting. Are they part of your clan?
Hunting? No, we've no real access to something like that. This club is about the extent of our weaponry.
Did you farm then? You raise
No,
crops?
not that either.
So you have no. The only adults here are you and.
Me and my wife and this halfling woman who came to help us, who I don't remember the name. So
Why are all these children here?
Huh?
Are their parents all eaten?
I try not to think about it, but me and my wife were put in charge to try and escort them to safety. And this is about the best that we could do. It's
And you-
near the river, and easy enough to hide.
And you think no one else survived the attack?
No, I don't believe so.
Do you
Unfortunate.
had you ever encountered this dragon before? Or do you
Yes.
know anything about it? Where it comes from? Or
It was the first time I've ever seen a dragon in my life.
Mhm.
We thought they were myth, something you would tell children to scare them at night into doing their chores and such, but there it was in the sky, and we ran.
From I guess it's a different world, but I'm wondering from like if I could make like a nature check or something on from what I know about dragons. Is this typical behavior? I feel like dragons don't just wantonly destroy things without reason. They're thinking creatures.
I think you would reasonably be able to surmise that it is not usual behavior. Usually something has happened to upset the dragon,
Yeah.
or something catches its attention. Usually there's a reason.
Got it. Then I relay something like that to this person I'm speaking to and say,
This is most unusual. I know not of this place, but where we are from, this is most unusual behavior for a dragon.
It's the only dragon we've ever met, and I don't know what would be usual or not for them, but I just hope we don't see it again.
As do I, for your sake.
How big is the dragon? Is it as big as a house? As big as a carriage?
It's hard to say. As I said, its skin was translucent. I could only see it when I noticed that if I was looking at the building, there would be a warp in the shape.
Oh, invisible.
Like if you've ever driven behind a bus when that gas kind of like warps the light, it's like that.
I have not heard of such a dragon.
Wow. So you could not tell if it was, very, very large or just large.
huge, gargantuan.
How much warping the air was happening.
It was big enough to eat a man in one bite.
That is
Well.
quite big.
You could eat 3 of me in one bite then.
Other than teeth and claw, did it breathe fire? What
Excellent question.
It breathes fire.
terrible?
do you think that there was anything that your clan may have done that may have drawn its attention?
That my clan had done,
Yes.
nothing I can think of. It was the first time we've had like a real human settlement.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh.
We used to call it Oneville for the first village. And now the children have taken to calling it Noville.
What was before? It was your first village.
Just traveling.
What caused you to settle down?
There's been a lot of tension in the nearby areas with dwarves pushing out the halflings and the elves pushing out the gnomes. We figured it might be safer to set up a village so that we would have a place of our own.
Were these people also nomadic?
They weren't, but I'd assume so now.
How long had you been up there before this attack?
It's hard to say. Possibly a year or two, long enough to set up a few buildings and get into the routine of things.
And what made you choose that site? Was there anything there when you got there?
It was near the top of the mountain, close enough to the hill that we could reliably go up and down, go to the river, and it was very easy to see, which is very important for us.
Who might attack you?
As I said, the dwarves pushed out the halflings and the elves pushed out the gnomes, so there's no telling what might happen next when their behaviors have changed this way.
And where did they push them out from?
From this area.
Towards the northwest, there's caverns. The gnomes used to live there. Now we call it the Rumbling Caverns, as ever since the dwarves have moved in, they've been making a humming noise.
Interesting.
Yes. Um, is this your? So we're talking to the man, right? This whole time.
Oh, yes, of
Yeah.
course. Sorry.
And-
It's,
and is
it's
this-
been a while since I've introduced myself. I am Alistair.
Alistair,
Yes.
nice to meet you. Well,
Yes.
unpleasant circumstances. I am Baldric. And you mentioned the halflings, and is this person here like your shaman or?
The halfling is Vargioi. She is a druid who happened upon us and has been helping us.
Very good.
She is how we've been able to survive thus far, as she has access to an amazing magic that is able to sustain us, but she says it isn't something that we can do forever.
Well, you're in luck, I say, and then I make a loaf of bread and some grapes in my hand with minor illusion. I'm like, you see, magic is everywhere.
What is this?
Ah, this is magic. This is a loaf of bread and some grapes.
He takes
tease
the
them,
grape,
Vinny.
but he takes one grape and leaves the loaf, and he tastes it.
But
It's
his
nothing.
hand just goes through it.
Oh, it's like an illusion?
It's a
Yeah.
minor illusion.
Plenty,
So
you
his,
tease them. It's
his hand just goes through it.
that's not.
Well, I can
so
make you
thoughtful.
food. We can cook the dragon for you. I'm saying, you know, there is more than one way to
Cook a dragon.
magic a protection.
It is cruel what you do.
He means it well. Yeah.
Yes, I mean, well, I do not mean to tease you, just to show you the magic, you know?
Is everyone here? Are they all okay right now? Is anyone in pain or ill?
We're all more or less okay, just shocked. Little Alice has been a little sad. She says that she lost her toy in the attack.
Oh, what was it?
She says it was a little doll.
A little what?
A little doll.
Doll.
Yes.
Okay. Well, maybe we can do something about that.
Other than taking a look at the ruins of the village of Oneville firsthand, do you have any guidance for where we might find this dragon?
I have no idea. Like I said, the dragon's skin was translucent. If it was in front of me, I could see it, but if not, I have no idea.
So it sounds. Yeah. That sounds like those caverns would be interesting to investigate, and also investigating the ruins.
You say you've lost your tools. Would a hatchet be of use to you to help you rebuild?
A hatchet?
A sharp axe?
An axe? Like the dwarves use? Yes, that would be a great help.
Here, a hatchet.
Oh,
Most kind of.
He like is about to reach for it, and then he kind of flicks it just to make sure it's real, and he takes it.
Could I approach the halfling and say hello in Druidic, the language of druids?
Yeah, absolutely. She is. Her hair is gray, and it's put in a long braid that reaches nearly to her heels. And though her face is wrinkled, you can tell she was quite the looker in her younger days. She looks at you and she says, yes, what is it you want in Druidic?
I am Hort. Circle of stars, Druid. I study the heavens and the earth.
I am Vargioi. I do not know what this circle of stars is, but I am one who knows of some druidic magics.
Do you know anything about this dragon that has attacked this village?
I only saw it in a dream.
A dream?
I met these survivors after they were attacked, and I had a dream where I saw in a vision the ruins of their town laid asunder by this dragon. And I saw a shape of a flower made of stars. And it spoke to me and told me that I must ensure that they survive.
This was before the attack.
I do not know. When I met them, the attack had already happened.
So you had the dream, then you traveled to find them,
Yes.
and the attack had happened. Tell me of this flower, the stars.
It is, she shows you her necklace, which is in the shape of a flower. And she says, I know it has the symbol of symbol of origin,
Some of that.
the
Origin,
first god, the god of nature.
god of nature.
Origin?
Origin.
Did this... Do you often get signs or portents from Origin?
It was the first time I've had him speak to me.
Let me ask you. At the time you.
Yeah,
were
I guess I relay this to everyone.
Oh, you're speaking in
Yeah, we were
Druid.
speaking in Druid. I was trying
Oh,
to get in on
yeah,
the
sorry.
inside. So yeah, I take a moment and say she had a.
This woman has had a prophetic dream of a flower that warned her that this attack was coming. Or perhaps relayed to her that it had. And so she traveled here to protect them. Safety.
And were you living with other halflings at that time?
Go ahead and you're gonna relay it, right? Because it's in Druidic.
Well, he spoke
Oh.
common. I actually haven't. I don't know. I assume she also.
Well, I addressed
might have
her in
assumed she-
common, but
Yeah.
maybe
She
she
said it
heard
in
you in
common.
common. She does not reply.
She doesn't
She
reply.
looks to him.
Got
Oh,
it. So if that
oh.
happened, then I
Yeah.
relay this message.
Okay. Yeah.
Then go ahead and
Oh,
make
man.
me a persuasion
That's
check.
good.
Absolutely.
Myself.
Oh no.
Oh, persuasion.
Yeah. Oh. I'm gonna.
Right?
Is it like a giant pinky?
Nah, it's not really help.
It's like a
5.
really, really good giant.
Our home is not of your
Is it okay
concern.
when
Yeah.
Yes, no offense meant. No offense, pardon.
What did she say?
She doesn't want to talk about
Oh,
where
yes.
she's from.
Okay. Very, very.
Seems we touched
no-
a nerve.
Yes. Sorry. I was just curious because they had talked about the dwarves pushing out the halflings. I
Yes, we,
think.
we are but curious because
Understand
of
how that might be a
the
little
we are
bit
new to the
tricky.
region.
Oh,
topic.
I'm a dwarf. Yes.
Also, you are a dwarf.
You know what? I'm gonna I'll excuse myself. I'm gonna go
Aren't there
find
3
some.
dwarves in our party?
Yeah, 2. Right.
Two dwarves.
I am a gnome.
What are you? Oh, you're a gnome. Sorry.
Yikes.
My apologies. Terrible. Oh my god.
I am smaller.
Do I have a sense of the people that I saw hiding in the grass? Are they from this camp?
Like other
No.
human.
Let's say you had already made a perception check. Just roll a perception check so I can see if I can give you this information.
16, I don't know, I think.
I think that's enough. You would have seen that the figures that were in the grass had like a shine at the tip of their spears, which means metallic. So there's no way it could have been these people. They don't have access to any metal.
Would you also have seen just generally their stature, or like did they just look humanish
they
kind of
were
stature?
dwarves.
They were dwarves.
They were dwarves.
Dwarves. Ah.
Well, I think more and more like two options appear to me. We could go and investigate the ruins. I'm sure everything's just ash and cinder, but or we could go to the caverns. Well, I guess we could go and find.
I
the
would like to
hunters.
sidebar with Alice to get details about this missing doll.
Okay.
Be like, oh, sweetie, I heard you lost your doll.
Bless you.
Did. It had a pink bow, and my mom made it for me, and it was the best doll ever because it was the only one that I had, and no one else had one, and it was so cool.
Oh my god, it sounds so adorable and cool. Where were you when you lost it? Were you up there?
I was in the village. I was playing. I was playing by my friend's house, and that's when they told us to run.
And you dropped it?
I think so.
Or it fell? Maybe it's hiding.
Maybe.
It,
Do you
it
think we could find it?
I'm gonna go look for it.
Really?
Yep.
That would mean the world to me.
Wish me luck.
She like.
oh,
Most intriguing. you guys have had more adventures with of this quantum leaping sort, so I will defer to you on next steps.
Well, either now or sometime soon, Pliny will take out this pipe and a big cloud of smoke will appear. You never know when it might happen.
Thank you for reminding me of my pipe.
I will never forget.
What
It's
is,
very useful.
what is your intuition on this matter, Bort?
I do not know. It is perhaps a translucent dragon could be magic affecting a dragon, or magic in the shape of a dragon.
Perhaps
And if
our
there is-
cousins are somehow connected with it.
There
Yes.
might be much we could learn from the hunters that we saw, since we now know that they're not of this tribe. Especially if they have metal technology, there may be other areas in which they're more knowledgeable.
Perhaps if they are mining or are delving into the earth, perhaps they have awakened something or disturbed something, or
Perhaps they didn't
Angered
want the
wizard.
humans here. They were trying to drive away the humans.
it is also possible.
It
Well,
seems
this-
everybody is very territorial here.
Right?
Yes, and tribal. The humming from the caverns, it could be machinery. Yes. The dwarves might be very
Or
advanced.
music.
That's true. Or
Or
dwarves often-
humming, yes.
They may be singing traditional songs.
I hope.
We should ask Alistair for more clarification.
Very new traditional songs.
It's-
Like,
Shall we go back to the hunters?
don't you?
I think
Yeah.
so. If unless there's anything else for us to do in this camp.
Yeah, I definitely want to check out those ruins, but I'm happy to
I mean-
talk to the hunters first.
Those of you who are more acquainted with living in nature, is there anything you observe about this camp that they could obviously and easily improve? Perhaps with the benefit of your
That is an excellent suggestion. Can I make a survival check to he told me. I'd like to assess the camp based on his suggestion to see if we could make any simple modifications or suggestions on.
Give me a
Improving
survival
conditions.
check to see what their status of the camp is,
Yeah.
and a nature check to see if you can improve it with the material nearby.
Perfect. Survival 25, nature 18.
Okay. You can tell right away that the way that their camp is set up is very much just kind of with material that they had around. They used sticks and thick grasses to kind of make their huts. Even their campfire isn't something that seems it doesn't seem like something they could always do. It seems like the reason they were able to keep that campfire lit is because they have the druid with them. They don't have any kind of flint or anything to make a fire if she were to go off on her own or if she were to pass away or anything.
Right.
They don't have any real regular source of food. There is a forest that is beyond the hill that it does not seem like they could reach from here. And I will say that you will bring up the forest, and Alistair will tell you that they cannot go there because it is where the elves are, and they attack anyone who like approaches.
Which direction was the forest in?
To the north.
North.
Can I ask the man, has it always been thus that everyone is fighting each other and driving away everyone else? Or was there a time when you all lived in harmony with the dwarves and the elves and the halflings?
As long as I can remember, and my father also told me that things were tense as they are.
I would go up to the druid woman and be like, "Hello, druid."
What language do you say it in?
Well, start with common.
You say it in common, and you're a gnome, right?
Yeah.
You're a gnome. She says, nearly kin. Wish you could speak my tongue.
I'll say hello in Gnomish.
She's a halfling.
I'll be like, "Is this closer?" in Gnomish.
A beautiful tongue, but not one I understand.
I'll say in Infernal. How about this? Is this a good language for you?
I'm not sure how you pronounce such letters or sounds with your mouth, but it is impressive.
Wait, all these
Polyglot.
responses are in Druidic or Common?
Common.
Common. Okay.
Okay, so I'll switch back to common and be like, so you're a fellow magic user, yes?
Yes,
And you make this fire for them and protect them?
I make the fire for them. I healed their wounds when I found them, and I am able to provide them with some sustenance.
Ah, thank you so much. You give them the little berries, yes? My
Very
druid
kind.
friends, they have these little berries.
Yes, a gift from the gods.
Yes, very good.
Yes, the
Good
god
berries. Very
berries.
good berries.
I think one of them said earlier that one of the gods is named Origin.
Yes,
Any other god names to be aware of?
none that I know intimately. I know only of Origin, and I've heard that there are others.
Thank you for taking this moment to speak with me. I appreciate your hospitality. Is there any enemistad between the halflings and the humans?
If there's any what?
Enmity.
Enmity.
Oh, like any tension?
Animosity?
Yes. I said enemistad because I couldn't fucking think of the word.
Conflict.
Yeah.
Enmity.
No, not far as I know. I'm not fond of dwarves, and honestly, I'm not fond of elves too much either for what they did for Yorkin.
Say that one more time. I was embarrassed about my inability to speak.
I'm not fond of dwarves, and I'm not too fond of elves either for what they did to Yorkin.
Well, I'm glad there are no elves here.
The dwarves did it to the gnomes. The elves did it to the
The
gnomes.
The
elves
dwarves did it
the
to the halflings, and the elves did it to the gnomes.
And the dragon did it to the humans.
Yeah,
And so the halfling doesn't have any problem with humans.
no.
And
And
who
the
have the
gnomes.
humans harmed?
What's that?
And who have the humans harmed?
Oh,
A bunch of sticks and grass.
No one, as
Uh,
far as I can tell.
you seem to be very wise, Bjargjoy.
Vargyo.
Joy.
Vargjoy.
Yeah.
Vargjoy. You seem to be very wise.
Most wise indeed.
Tell me, what do you think would be the wisest way to help these people now? If you were a member of a group with immense power who was looking to help someone, what do you think would be the best way to help these humans?
Were I to have the powers of Origin himself, I'd give them a sustainable source of food, possibly a better way to get water, more comfortable living, tools, so much that I would do were I only to have the power.
It seems they are but surviving at the moment as opposed to rebuilding.
Yes, and in Druidic to you, she says, and as my vision told me, the very future depends on their survival for humanity.
what did she say to you?
Humans are not that
I'll
important.
tell you later.
Okay.
Do you speak Druidic?
No.
Why do not all the races mix together and, be friends?
Not sure. Maybe they just never thought of it that way. But at a table with not enough napkins, if someone takes a napkin, eventually someone will be left without.
Yes, and even more importantly, what size do you make the table? Do you make it short or tall? This is why they don't get along.
Yes, we'd never fit at the table with the humans unless we were to have some sort of elevated seating position.
Impossible to imagine how that could.
You
Be
can cut
accommodated.
napkins in smaller pieces, I've always found.
Also, how do you decide on your meal times? I understand halflings have many more meal times than humans.
I suppose there's a lot of evidence to
And more
suggest that
sauce,
the
which is more
separation of the
napkins.
species is very logical.
These are the conflicts that
Yes,
cause.
although this seems like a rich and abundant land, and with the number of mammoth we saw, there's enough food here for everyone.
As you know, though, the halflings and gnomes have struck in a deal.
Ah, yes, I know this, but please
Pliny, tell
refresh
us about
my
this
memory.
deal.
Yes, I will tell you about this deal as she reminds me at the exact same time.
You
so,
can,
the
you
deal
can
was...
give me a persuasion check. The DC is 25, which is raised from last time since it's the second attempt.
Fail.
Fail? Okay. She says, "Well, if you know, you know, and I needn't remind you."
Yes, you are
These
correct.
Wise words.
I know it perfectly, the deal between the halflings and the gnomes.
Yes.
Yes. They have no enemistad, these
I
two
believe
groups.
when that deal was struck, you were in the room where it happened.
Yes. I was there, I remember, when the chief of the gnomes, Harold Goblet,
The
gave
very
the
same.
speech. What do you think about this dragon? Should we kill it? Should we befriend it? What would you do if you had the power of origin?
I would banish it. I don't know if he would
Don't
kill
have
it,
that one.
as he is the god of nature and probably created it for some reason, though it's beyond me.
So you do not think that these dwarves maybe have somehow created this dragon and are using it as a weapon in some fashion?
No. The way they told me, the dragon came from the east, and the dwarves are to the northwest.
And which direction are the elves from again? The north.
No,
The
I.
elves are to the north.
Okay. Aha.
And so the forest is to the north?
Yeah.
And the caverns in the northwest.
Yes.
Yep.
And what's to the south?
To the south is where the village is.
Burnt Village
That's
south.
where we are right now.
Where
Oh, the
the
camp.
campsite.
Not the
The
burnt
campsite,
village.
Yeah, we
Can
haven't
you
discussed
tell me
anything
more
south
about
of here.
this beautiful necklace of yours?
It is a symbol that I made. Crafted it in the shape of Origin's symbol.
And it's
They
so-
say that when the world was first birthed, that he created all of light in this shape, and soon the light turned into matter, and eventually became all of us.
We were there.
I love
think
that.
we saw
Perhaps
that happen.
faster than one
Do
might
you want to
imagine.
make me a perception check?
Sure. The symbol again is like a flower.
It's like a flower.
Okay. 14.
Yeah. You know that when you saw that flash of light earlier, when you first arrived in this plane, the flash of light was in the shape of a flower, the same as the necklace.
Very
was.
interesting.
I share that knowledge with others.
Has anything else been troubling your dreams lately?
Just
Why
that
would
for
one
now,
create a
although I'm
universe
sure
with
Origin will
So much.
relay
conflict.
another message to me
in
once
humans.
it's something happens.
If in your dreams you ever see a little doll with a pink bow, let me know. I really want to try to recover Alice's doll.
Sure.
I suppose we should get moving.
Yes, before this mammoth hunt is over.
Yeah, let's go check out those dwarves.
Thank you very much for speaking with us, my friend. We will return and help in any way that we can.
Of course. And before you go, you and those who are new to me, I've never seen your kind.
Oh,
What are you?
oh, I am Bort.
Boys.
Yes.
Okay. And they
Oh, they are tiefling. They are.
tiefling,
Yes, yes.
Infernal creatures.
infernal. I've not heard the word.
They get a
I'll
bad,
say something in Infernal. You have not heard this word?
they get a bad rap. Never have I met a truly devious tiefling, despite their reputation.
Well, I hope we can change that for you.
What reputation?
Oh, never mind. It's a long story.
Should we go talk to the dwarves with the spears?
I wanna
Let's do it.
leave. I have a drum, and I'm gonna leave you with my drum. So if there's any like problem here, you can beat on this drum, and we should be able to hear it from a pretty good distance
Are
away.
you leaving it with Vargioi or
Yeah,
Alice?
with Bargioi.
Vargioi. Okay.
Make sure.
Sure. I will take this.
I don't know if you have some other magical way of like communicating with us, but this is just the way I do with my buds.
She'll tap it once and be like very surprised by the sound and say, "This is better than what I have."
Good. You hold on to that then.
Most excellent. Jake, can I use a restroom?
Of course. Let's go visit these dwarves with the spears.
Okay.
The spear danes.
So from where you guys are, slightly to the northwest, are the mammoths and stuff. It wouldn't take you guys too long to get there. You're not on the hill or anything. I'll say you guys probably leave the camp around noon, and you get there around 1. The dwarves are still stalking their prey. It looks like the mammoth herd has thinned out in a way, though, where there is one that is further back that is clearly like older in age or possibly sick or something. And it looks like that's the one they have their sights set on. Further up ahead of them, though, you can see the rest of the mammoth herd kind of going far away, and there are 2 of them that seem to be kind of at the midpoint, turning around to check on the older one every now and then.
We should be quiet as we approach the hunters.
I will stealth. I will do okay.
They do not notice you guys, the hunters. Yeah, they don't notice you guys. So if you guys want to talk to them or sneak up on them or whatever.
Yes, I roll a 21 for stealth, but I am not attempting to initiate the conversation.
They
I just
got
want
a
to.
3 on perception, so I was pretty sure most of you would
Perhaps
probably.
we should wait and simply not interfere. Many hours of daylight remain.
I want to observe them. Yes.
Okay. Can you make me a perception check?
I'll tell you what. Can I have my owl perceive them since she has advantage on perception
Sure.
with eyeballs?
Oh, you brought your friend. Penelope?
Petunia.
Petunia, yes.
I think she only has like a +1 or +2, so it's something like a 17 or 18.
18. Okay.
Advantage, but only a +1 or +2. Tut tut.
Okay. So Petunia goes up there, and first what happens is that she sees the mammoths in the same situation that I told them. There is a injured one that the dwarves are clearly stalking, or like an older one. He is trailing at the very back. Most of the herd has moved off far, but there are about 2 other mammoths that look like they're worried about their older friend and keep turning back to look at it. The dwarves look like they are just kind of ready. Most of them have kind of a wooden spear with a iron tip. The one at the front looks like the biggest dwarf, and he has a kind of very fancy axe with a large blade on it, and it's something. It's like a battle axe. You can 2-hand it or 1-hand it. And as she sees that, the last thing she notices is that in the sky with her there are 4 pterodons that are also
shit.
circling.
Pterodons.
It looks like they are also stalking that prey,
The mammoth.
the mammoth.
Yeah.
Are these? Oh, yes. I'll wait.
And what is her AC?
It's low. I'll look it up if you're making a hit.
The pterodons would go after her once they see her. Something so small.
She gonna die. But I had a question before you kill her. I remember what the question was. Oh yeah, is there anybody among the dwarves who is like sort of separate enough that we could talk to them without disrupting the hunt?
It looks like they're all pretty close to each other. Probably within 10 feet of each other. You could either speak to the one in the back, or you could try and speak to the one in the front, who is kind of very clearly the leader, as they have the most metal on their weapon.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So probably no way to speak to them without disrupting the hunt. AC 11. This is
Okay.
Petunia. She's about to die.
How far away is
Hi, Petunia.
the mammoth from me?
The mammoths from you? I'd say they're about 60 feet.
Is there a range on speak with animals?
Yeah.
Oh, there is.
Yeah, what is
I
the
think you
range?
cast it on yourself, and then it lasts for an hour.
Oh, right.
Oh,
And then it
but
would
so it's
be-
just if the animal can hear you.
Yeah.
But it just
How
has
close
to
you
be
are.
within.
So it's like the range of your voice.
They actually miss the hit on Petunia.
Yay!
She gets to come back.
Speak with animals lasts for 10 minutes, and you cast it on yourself.
I can thaumaturgy your mammoth voice as loud as you want.
I don't know if you guys know this, but Radical is super not into hunting.
No, no.
Oh, so you want to disrupt the hunt?
These people need to eat.
I'm gonna have Petunia come back and sit on my shoulder before she dies, and then I'll tell everybody everything. There's 4 pterodons in the sky, like big.
Big.
4 big pterodons in the sky, also hunting the mammoth.
It looks like lizard birds.
You're probably the tallest, right? Or is it Radical?
That might be.
About the same.
About the same.
Yeah.
The pterodons are about the same height as you guys, but their wingspan is larger, much
Yeah.
larger.
And there's a leader of the dwarf hunt has a fancy axe.
I think we will make a bad impression if we disrupt their hunt, but
Yeah.
or maybe they'll
As do
be
I.
so amazed at seeing us. Who knows?
Or
Are you
maybe,
gonna disrupt
So-
the hunt?
maybe they have bigger problems. Than
These
pterodons
creatures
in the sky.
that Petunia saw, they would be dangerous enough to hunt the dwarves potentially if the dwarves were unaware of them.
I am unfamiliar with these creatures. Have you seen this type of animal before?
Ah, small
I do not
dragons.
believe so.
They're small dragons, right?
You are the naturey fellow.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think would I have familiar with pterodons in.
Not really.
With the
east part of this-
prehistoric.
You wouldn't have seen them live, no.
So
Yeah,
they've
then I don't
they've
think so.
gone unnoticed by us until Petunia investigated. Is it reasonable to guess that they might also be unnoticed by the dwarves, the pterodactyls?
Yes,
Okay. Or pteranodon, I don't know what the difference
Pterodons.
is.
pterodons.
I don't know what they are, but
I was calling them
pterodons.
pterodactyls until I saw their pterodons in the DMG.
Okay.
Perhaps we should. We will gain favor in disrupting the hunt if we warn them.
say,
of these
"Look up."
creatures. Yes.
We should do so quietly.
Or thaumaturgy. Look up.
Is
Well,
there
maybe the dwarves among us should approach.
is there a way to communicate non-verbally? To get their
Anyone
attention
with
by
the
sign or
You mean like
gesture?
Telepathic
hand signals, the way
fun?
that Bene Gesserit do.
That is precisely what I mean.
I can give us the ability to pass without a trace. If we wanted to approach
You know what?
quietly.
I will approach quietly, like the nearest dwarf.
Okay.
And
I say you can have the first word because they didn't notice you guys when you were sneaking.
yes. So I will say, hello.
In what language also?
Dwarvish.
Dwarvish, okay.
Yes.
Interesting, they developed the same language as we do.
Yes, because I have a theory that we are all part of the same origin story. So we are many different ones. I will say, excuse me, dear cousin, we do not mean to disturb your hunt. But we just wanted you to be aware of the danger overhead.
Okay, so you are talking to a female dwarf. She has a long blonde hair and a long blonde beard,
Beautiful.
both into braids.
Nice.
And she says, "Shh, what? We're hunting."
Yes, and you are not alone. We just wanted you to be warned. Look up. Look at these small dragons.
She kind of like hustles forward and taps the one with the axe on the shoulder, and she also does the same and points up.
Yeah.
And he looks up and he says, he looks back at you guys and he whispers, "We'll be eating good tonight.
Oh, yes, you will hunt them as well as the mammoth, you think?
Now that you've warned us, yes."
Very good. Well, when you are done with your hunt, we would like to speak with you.
You seem like the strong sort, brother. Why not join us?
Well, I would be happy to, but I'm more of a priest, and I grab my chain and say, but I will observe, and if I can give assistance, I will.
More meat for us.
There you go. I am a little hungry.
Okay. And we'll roll initiative.
Oh, we're going to be fighting mammoths and pterodons, apparently.
And if we join in, perhaps we can secure some
We can
dinner for the
Oh,
Yes.
humans.
Yeah.
You're
Oh,
a most
right.
thoughtful and kind person.
I'd like to portray it as such.
Interesting way to respond. No, you're
We're
thoughtful.
ready.
He's a very thoughtful fellow.
We'll find in time, it is true.
You get to roll 2.
I have a weapon of warning.
Special.
Whoa.
You have so many cool magic items.
Whenever
I
somebody
should really spread the wealth.
Nice. I will go at the speed of a tortoise in this.
Yes,
initiative,
but
it
that
seems.
means you will get there.
Yeah.
Whereas the others may not.
They fizzle out, yeah. Lots of time to think about what to do on my turn.
There's a parable perhaps we could impart upon this new land.
I'll try and think of one.
The parable of the pterodon and the tortoise. Okay.
My initiative's 15 if you want it.
I wish I went really fast.
Same.
In this world, the parable is about
How the tortoise kicks
is
ass.
very fast. Yeah.
Yeah. Baldric
Yeah.
has a 19.
All you have to do to get a weapon of warning is
Radical has a
play when I'm
5.
DMing, and then you'll find one.
I play when you're DMing every month.
In this game, you're not gonna get a weapon of warning in Alenia Todd.
No way, man. Those are wondrous items.
Yeah, they're uncommon items, but they're supposed to cost 60,000 gold.
Wild.
Advantage on all initiative rolls, and
That's
you
awesome.
cannot be surprised, nor anyone near you, even when you're asleep.
I have a curse in my Curse of Strahd game that I am always surprised when combat starts. I
Whoa!
cannot
Again?
participate
Who
in
could have seen
surprise
this
rounds
coming?
or the first round of combat.
Wow.
Even when you see like the people ahead of
I
you,
am 100,
like with
I am
weapons
always
drawn.
Now-
it's
now
like
the-
a gag at
the
this
question
point.
is, what sort of bad decision making did you get up to acquire this curse?
Oh, I traded it for
Yeah.
a
Precisely.
yeah, exactly, a sort of dire. I made a deal with an ancient god.
Do you have all the miniatures you need, Daniel?
Yeah, just give me a moment. I'm still.
Do you want me to put out? Do you want me to put out some terrain stuff, some
Yes,
chunks?
yes, yes.
Kira comes in at initiative 9.
I'm gonna.
Oh, I forgot to give everybody aid. Maybe that's what I'll do on my first.
Do you want some like
Yeah, I
chunks,
think
some
we
mountains
start
or
out.
something? Some
Yeah.
hills?
Problem.
What does aid do?
It gives you all some hit points. Extra
Nice.
hit point. 5.
You're gonna
Points
cast
each.
that in the battle.
I may do that as my first action. Just on my friends. Although, I'm wondering if this will really be
How big of a play space do you want?
As big as we can
A nice big one.
Yeah.
So I just won't draw walls then. Are there trees or pillars or something?
There's at least
Yes.
bushes.
So I bought these 1" by 1" cubes
Yeah.
on Amazon, and I can tape them together and make different things.
Oh, cool.
So
I
like
see. Yeah,
that's like a throne. This is a bed,
yeah.
but you can use it for all sorts of stuff. And then I got these
Just a build little-
these half spheres
Yeah, those are dope.
that make any large creature or object that you want.
Yeah, that's cool. That's helpful.
Yeah. You give us some terrain,
Yeah.
some trees and a mountain.
Did I get your initiative?
No, it's 6.
6. Okay.
I guess I'll put it like this so people can stand. on
Daniel,
it.
did you hear mine was 15?
Yeah, I got yours. So, highest are 19.
Quiet phone. I don't have this time.
Anything you want me to draw, or just leave
Hopefully.
it alone?
What kind of weapon do you use?
Nothing I can
Great
think
sword.
of right
Nice.
now.
Okay.
A great sword of fucking mana.
You want me to put out a couple of these?
Yes.
Nice.
So I have a couple flying platforms that are normal D&D flying platforms,
Yeah.
but stuff always falls off of them.
Yeah,
So
that's much sturdier.
I got these
And you
little
put stuff under it.
sets of lucite shelves. It's like three nesting shelves that you can use.
Yeah.
You put stuff under it and move it around.
That's cool.
I'm very interested in building vertical combat space.
Yeah.
Because well, Baldur's Gate does it, but there's this game called Solasta that is the only other video game that really ports 5e rules into a video game, and like all of their combats are vertical.
Vertical.
There's these really tall pillars, and there's creatures at the top of them, and you're climbing up, and they're climbing down, and it just really interests me to use the vertical space
That's cool.
in and the terrain and hiding behind
Yeah.
things, which is often really difficult to do with online with TTRPGs.
For sure, yeah. few years back, I was DMing a game that went underwater for a few sessions, and so it was like everyone had like swimming speed and stuff, and so it was like complete 3D space. So I built like a box. I got like a giant box. And it's from like 10 levels.
Oh wow.
Along it with 10 like grid square levels. And it was all like clear plastic sheeting so that you could get light in there.
Yeah.
And so we just had like this big cube we could play in for any underwater stuff.
I've imagined stuff like that several times, but I haven't built it.
Yeah. I built one. It was cool, and then I got rid of it because it was too big and unwieldy to own.
I was thinking about sort of concentric circles at different levels, so it's like a bowl that
that's
people can
interesting.
stand on, you know, a hill or a bowl.
Yeah. It's cool. It was a fun game. People had like, bursts were conceived very differently. It's not like a burst or like an area. Really
Well, swimming
had a lot of
rules are
effect.
just totally different.
Yeah.
Swimming rules change everything.
Yeah, I think we homebrewed the shit
Are they
out of
all the
swimming rules
same?
to make it
Yeah, they're a little clunky.
What do you mean?
possible.
I mean, are these the same thing?
These are the pterodons, yeah. The flying ones are the pterodons.
Whoa, look at those little. Are those little dino minis?
I don't know what they are.
Weird,
I
I
just
like
painted them. They were fun.
Yeah. They look like from the TV show Dinosaurs, the little baby that's like.
Oh my god.
that. Oh yeah.
Who are those?
Those are
The
the
dwarves? These are the dwarves?
Yeah.
This is me.
Oh, that's her. But
More dwarves?
yeah, 4 dwarves and then their leader, and the 4 pterodons.
So, you went up to talk to them.
Yeah, so I should be here. I'll just be
closest
kind of
probably.
close to the leader.
Or you spoke to someone in the back,
sick.
right? Actually.
No, but they brought me to
Oh,
the
they brought
leader.
you to the
Or
leader.
What are the dogs?
The dogs.
Dwarves.
They're all
These are all
These
dwarves.
are all dwarves. Yeah.
Okay, the
I
dog's a
don't have
dwarf.
enough,
It's a dog dwarf.
people.
Dwarf's a dog, am I right?
Hey.
Yeah.
Can you draw a line just from all the way here?
The marker's over there.
Some dwarfs are dogs, that's all I'm saying.
Dwarf dogs. Dwarven
Can you
dogs.
finish that line for me? Just all across.
Sure.
What is it?
Tall grass.
Oh, cover?
Is it this way?
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is
going
all
this
grass.
way.
There.
You're on the tall grass.
And that's the injured one
Yeah.
over there.
Radical's gonna go save the injured one while we fight the pterodon.
That's the injured mammoth.
And then we're gonna eat it.
I'll cast eight on all the mammoths.
Do you want me to grab my status
We all
rings?
just completely
Do you
throw this
anticipate
out.
complex statuses?
Depending on the
The
players.
protection.
Yeah, we might cast stuff. That,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab the status ring.
And first in the turn order, I believe, is Baldric with his 19.
Yes. So, can you just give me a sense of the I don't know pterodons. Are these are like you said? They're like
Very
5 foot,
Yeah, they're
Oh.
like 5 foot tall.
giant
they have,
wingspans, leathery wings.
Yeah,
They look fierce to me. They look like
they look fierce. I would
Yeah.
say they have these kind of pointed snouts and
that
kind
your-
of like a pickaxe head,
okay.
and they have teeth.
Yeah.
But you can tell even if they didn't, their beaks
Their
are
beaks
sharp.
are really strong.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's cool. I like that fox.
The only squishy one is Mini, right?
Oh, these are
Everyone else
cool.
is pretty tough.
Sick.
Okay.
Who makes these?
Got them on Amazon. It's the same company as my measuring ring thing, which is pretty good. Which I also should have brought out, but I'll grab it when someone casts fart ball.
Okay, so I'm
Good
gonna
presentation.
attack one of the pterogons, the one closest to me. I mean, could I reach it with my crossbow? How high
I'm gonna
above?
say they're about 40 feet up.
So I think that's within normal range.
Yeah.
That is. So normal shot with my crossbow. 22. Will that hit?
Which one are you aiming at? Where are you?
The nearest one.
Where are you?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm by the leader. Yeah.
Okay, so you're attacking
The
that one.
unpainted one. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Who's this?
8.
I think that's
That's him.
That's Baldric. 8 points of damage.
8 points of
And I'll
damage.
say yes.
Oh, what was the
we-
attack roll?
I'm sorry. 22. I was assuming that hits, but
Yeah, that hits.
okay. So 8 points of damage, and I'll turn to the leader and say, yes, I think we all will eat well tonight. And that's my. And then I will just. Yeah, I guess I'll stay around the dwarves. I won't really move much. And that's me. It's my turn.
19. After you, it is going to be dwarves. The non-leader dwarves. Let's see here. That's
What kind of damage did you do? What'd you do?
8. With the crossbow bolt.
Sticking to traditional hunting methods, huh?
Yes. I feel like I'm back home.
Hunter, were you?
Well, we had to eat. We were not, crop growers.
8.
Yes?
Well, lots
You
of
were.
fish and small desert insects as well.
Oh, yes, in the desert. Yes.
This reminds you of Hope. I have a newfound interest in visiting for the holiday.
Well, not everything does, but this is a pristine and rich land. Don't you agree?
Those bounty here, they can certainly find a way to share this.
But I liked your idea of bringing some of this back to the village.
So Daniel mentioned running this setting more than once, which
Possibly.
sounds kind of interesting.
Oh, yeah.
We come back every couple millennia to see civilization. Yeah.
Yes.
I heard this guy describe, well, it's actually Luke Gygax, I think. Jerry Gygax's son was describing an adventure he concocted where it was like a multi-day adventure, and it was the same characters, but each phase they would go through a different edition of D&D from the original all the way through
sick.
5e.
That's awesome.
And kind of like game levels very quickly.
That's really cool. Lovely.
Okay, so the 4 dwarves also, after seeing you hit one with a crossbow,
I inspired them.
they throw their spears to try and attack the same one. 2 of them miss, 2 of them hit, and they hit it, and then the terror goes straight down.
Yes.
This one. Yep. Dead.
Nice.
Yeah. Death.
Excellent.
How
Pliny,
much?
Pliny is excellent, by the way, in butchering pterodons. So
I don't know what you speak of.
Next is Jake and David, who tied for 15. So
daggers.
whichever one of you wants to go first.
Go, Jake.
You know what? I would prefer you go first. I think I can go first, but I would prefer you go first.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
He leaves the tall grass.
Crossbow.
Oh,
Crossbow.
Did I leave the tall grass? Mm-hmm. Oh, welcome.
but you have movement to get-
Nee.
you have movement to get. Oh yeah, you don't care.
Oh, crap. I don't think I hit.
You have 2 attacks though, right?
Stand by.
He's a fighter, yeah.
I rolled a 13 on this guy.
Yeah, that hits. Their AC is
Alright,
13.
Nice.
Big targets.
10 plus 5. 8 points of damage.
All right.
And then do you get 2 on range attacks? Do you get 2 attacks
I just get 1, I thought, for ranged.
for range?
No, you took the attack action, so you get extra attack.
I'll just do it again. I didn't know that.
Heck yeah.
So it's not just melee.
Yeah.
Dang it.
Yeah.
Same thing.
13.
Yeah, I think I'm plus 4. No, 10.
Is it 10 hit?
A 10. 10 doesn't hit.
Okay, that's my turn.
All right. I don't know if these guys merit the spell slots for the big spells. You
Didn't
guys.
seem
Down, yeah.
How many dwarves hit it with a spear?
2.
Two.
So
The
3
2 spear hits.
So 3 hits took it down.
Ah.
Throw one of your daggers, or drop your pipe. This is the perfect time.
I might just cantrip it up.
Can't trip it.
Can't trip it. Trippin'.
Can't trip
I
it.
don't think
Can't trippin'.
can't trip it, man.
I'm gonna save a spell slot for now.
They were threatening your owl.
Do I really want to use a spell slot? Fuck it, let's do it, yeah.
Use your wish
the
spell.
the two cute minis you painted, they're within 40 feet of each other, right? That'd be, yeah.
It looks like
Yeah, looks so.
10, 20, 30.
All right,
You have
I'm
to get
gonna
over there, though, right?
I'm gonna cast a fireball at a point in the air that is exactly between them, so that
Okay.
the burst hits both of them.
So that's a dex save, right?
Yeah,
Fireball.
it's
Wow. These dwarves
DC
are gonna be
15 dex
worshiping
save.
us.
Okay. One fails, the other one succeeds.
This is efficient because you roast the meat as you
Yeah.
kill the animal.
yeah.
Barbecue.
Let me introduce you to technology, my dwarven friends.
Technology.
This is cooking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right.
Risk burning. I mean, with that high intensity that quickly it won't cook
They
thoroughly.
forge
Well,
iron.
he's
so they
he's
don't know how to
finding a
cook it.
point.
No, sorry.
Perfectly distanced.
But I'm
so
just
it
saying,
would
a fireball at that heat, that quickly,
no, I
it
know,
would
I was
just singe
joking.
the outside, and the meat would still be very chewy.
Ah, I
Just
see.
the
Very
way a
raw.
dwarf likes it.
Braised. Braised.
21,
Yeah,
A
braised.
broiled.
27,
Raw in the middle.
30. 30 to the fail and 15 to the pass.
Nice.
All right. Let me see here. That might kill them both.
Plenty sticks his head up, just his eyes above the top of the tall grass, and he's like, "Let me show you how to cook!" And he shoots this massive fireball.
Yeah, that kills both of the two over here.
Oh my god.
What?
I knew it was a waste of spell slots.
No, it was perfect. Can I just ask, how do the dwarves in the moment react to seeing this fireball?
Yeah.
This explosion that takes out two of the pterodons.
They get a little upset. They're like, "Oh no, you're supposed to peel the skin off. It's no good."
So the magic doesn't like phase them at all. Okay.
And yeah, I'm just gonna keep my bird next to me,
Chicharrone.
so we'll pass.
It's crackling pterodon skins.
Cracklins.
Cracklins.
Pork
This is how they have
cracklins.
it in Rocinante, right? The pterodon. They use-
Yes. You know, my mother is from Rocinante, and my
Oh.
father is from Bourgogne.
Oh,
It's,
I
it's
always
for
mix
this
it up.
reason that when I try to speak French, I speak Spanish. Back and forth.
I do not know. It must be very confusing.
Yes. No. It is the best of both worlds.
See.
How are you? Hello. You are very pensive today.
Well, I have so many things I want to do at the same time, but I don't know how many things I can do on the same turn.
Well, you
the
need that.
mammoth
You
thing
need
gets
that
scared
pterodon
away.
to be still alive when it gets to your turn.
Nah.
Well, no, she wants to save the mammoth.
He's going to dash straight towards.
That's the
mammoth.
leader.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the leader of the dwarves.
Oh, you want to stop him?
And after him is, I believe, Bagheera with a 9.
Bagheera will stride up to locate one of either the fallen spears that missed or pull one out of the pterodon if he can,
Okay.
and then huck it at the remaining flyer.
Nice.
Huck that spear.
Looking at the 15.
15 hits.
Nice.
Spear. 11 damage.
Yeah, that does it.
It kills it?
Kills it.
Oh man.
That one was unharmed, right?
That one was hit by 1.
Oh, that's right. It was hit by.
I should have saved my spell slots.
No. Do another fireball.
I should have just told the dead.
Yep. Enter.
Okay.
Hunting.
After Bagheera is. Oh, well, they're dead. So after them is Bort.
All right. Not much left to do except kill
start eating.
mammoth. Damn, that's like. I feel unneeded. I'd like to delay my turn until something else more interesting happens, if that's
Sure.
okay.
Hold
Okay.
it.
Just hold turn, hold action.
Hold turn.
Yeah.
What are you holding the action for? an
Oh.
attack
Or can I just delay my entire turn as opposed to like prepping any or holding a specific action?
I think you should hold a specific action
Okay.
instead.
Then,
We can pass.
I'm just gonna pass. Honestly,
Okay.
I don't think there's anything
Take the dodge action.
useful I can do. Yeah, that's
You're
actually,
ready to
think
dodge.
Never
it.
pass.
yeah,
Always
that's a great
take
point.
the dodge
Yeah,
action.
dodge action. Yep, fair.
What's his name? Bort.
Bort.
Bort, you look pensive.
After Bort, it is Radical.
This is where things are going to happen.
Yeah. Let's see.
She's gonna turn all the dwarves against us.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm gonna move out. So they're claiming that these things are inedible. They can't eat the things that they just killed.
They're claiming that the skin, you have to peel it off before you cook them.
Just the fireballed ones, the two
Okay.
fireballed
Two
ones.
fireball ones.
5, 10, 15. Okay. She just runs out, and then I'm gonna let me know if I'm doing this appropriately. I want to cast darkness on the mammoth, so it would be like coming off the back, so the mammoth can see where it's going, but it's like on its butt, so that it casts
Wow.
like a darkness.
Well, the mammoth would have to be bigger than the cloud of darkness if you cast it on its
Yeah, because
tail.
it goes. Are you
15
casting
in
butt
all.
darkness? Because it's a higher level spell.
But darkness.
Yeah, you can just have it.
But darkness.
So it's a
see what you're
15-foot radius
I think I
sphere.
moved your
so it's
character
a
by
30-foot
mistake,
diameter.
Dave.
Oh,
so
that's
okay.
the
I'm gonna
the
switch.
mammoth would have to
Okay.
be longer
Is that
than
where
you
15
were?
feet to have its head be out of the circle.
Okay.
Just like
Okay, can I have
behind it. I see what you're
But or maybe I'm gonna cast it on this guy, so that it goes in just in a circle. I cast darkness on the one going after the mammoth, so it's gonna keep him in a little dark pocket.
You're gonna focus it on.
I'm
him,
gonna
or-
focus it on this guy, so wherever he goes, he's gonna.
I think you cast it on an object. So
On
why don't you
his
cast it like
axe.
on his axe? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and his axe, nice.
Yes, it'll be.
That's pretty cool because you have to get rid of it.
6.
So he
No. What? Oh yeah. If the point you choose
15
is
foot
on an
radius.
Wait,
object,
15
you're
foot.
Okay,
So it's
okay.
only three squares, I think. Right?
3 squares.
Right.
Yeah. So the mammoth can keep going. Ideally, yes.
Yeah.
Right around there.
Yeah.
So apparently, if you're choosing an object, it's got to be an object you're holding or one that isn't being worn or carried.
Oh.
Either you're holding it or it's one that isn't being worn or carried, but it spreads from a point you choose within range.
Okay.
So yeah, you could. The
If you
point
want to
can be
focus
a
it on
point
the
on
point,
the ground.
yeah.
Okay.
So the only way you could move it could move with something.
Okay. I have a. Let's do this.
handed him something.
I have a holy symbol, so I'd like
Cast
to
it on
throw
this.
my holy symbol next to him
on.
and then
Cast it on
cast
some
it on
slime.
the thing itself.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
It's like,
Same effect. I would have let you just do it on the ground under him.
yeah, but I also might want to pick it up and throw it some more.
But you won't,
That's why
but you won't be able to find it.
I can see.
You can see it.
I can see.
Is
in
that
the
right?
dark.
When you cast darkness, you
Okay, yeah.
No,
see it.
No.
the caster can't see in the darkness.
Oh, in
either.
darkness?
No, that's you have to have like an ability like Devil's Sight or something to see in the darkness.
Don't I have that? Oh, they don't mean. Oh, they mean darkness, as in regular darkness, not magical darkness. Got it.
Yeah, magical darkness you can't see in unless you have a ability,
Okay.
unless you cast a spell or you have an ability. To
And
do
then my
something.
other question is, if I have speak with animals always prepared as part of my oath, can I also yell at that mammoth, or because I cast darkness,
two
I can't?
actions.
Okay.
And two
Oh,
spells.
but no, you cast it earlier. You cast Speak with Animals earlier, right?
It's always prepared.
But you
I don't
still
know.
have to cast it
Oh,
with an
okay.
action. So you,
No,
did
I
you
haven't
not
done
cast
it.
it
I
yet?
didn't cast it yet.
Okay.
No. Okay. So that's it.
So you cast darkness on the ground by
Yeah.
Did you cast it on a rock and throw it at him?
I cast it on my holy symbol and threw it like.
Oh shit!
at
Your
the guy.
holy symbol.
You won't be able to find your holy symbol.
We'll see. It
Don't
only
you need that to cast spells?
No.
No, I like it.
Oh,
It's hardcore. Full abandon.
I cast darkness
what
on
is
my
your
heart,
holy
and
symbol?
then I pull it out of my
Sorry,
chest.
rip it out.
Throw it
Ah!
at a person.
What does your holy symbol look like when it's not covered with darkness?
It's like an ankh, but it's like, but in like, but it's made out of like vines and wood and wreaths and stuff.
cool.
It says 7 for all mankind on the bottom.
Yeah, it says. This is free people.
Coachella.
I bought it in Anthropology. So cool.
Not even at a festival.
I thought you got that at Urban Outfitters.
No offense to any of those brands. They're all wonderful
No,
brands.
all wonderful.
I thought we
Including-
were doing promotions. I thought we
Yes,
were getting some
exactly.
money if we.
Yes.
I think that's it.
Okay. And then after you, round order starts over, so it's back to Baldric.
Go. And all the pterodons are down.
Yes.
Seeing what Radical did,
Yep.
I am, and having worked with her before, I am just gonna pass this turn. I'm not gonna go after the man.
Take the dodge action.
I'm not even gonna ready the dodge.
Angry
action.
dwarf.
You're not going to take the dodge action?
No. You know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go up to one of the pterodons and inspect it and look forward to the meal tonight.
Okay.
Just you. No.
I'm right next to one of them. Yeah, I'm good.
That's you?
Yeah.
Hi.
Okay. Do you want to make a check of some kind?
I will make a culinary check to see.
All
if,
right. Let's do survival.
Survival, excellent. I will see if this looks appetizing and think about the best ways to prepare it. 16.
16. So this is the one that was speared, not fireballed. You can tell that like the way that it pierced the skin really does seem like something that wouldn't cook well. It will get really tough,
Uh-huh.
and it will be like eating leather. Like it's edible, but it's not really something you want to do.
Uh-huh.
But as you kind of fiddle around with the spear and try pulling it out a bit, you can see that the meat underneath is like really tender. You can tell that these pterodons have like a nice marbling to them. These will cook up real well.
Oh, okay. I kind of relate that to any dwarves nearby.
All right.
Yes.
To lessen the blow of them not having a mammoth to eat.
And I will kind of suggest that perhaps our party will claim this one in particular
Okay.
for the meal.
After you, I believe it's David and then Jake. Oh no, it's the dwarves. Sorry,
Yeah.
they rolled the 19. Let me go to them. And
And then they kill us.
I don't know. They saw the darkness, but I don't know what they would think about it.
They weren't very perceptive, right?
That's right.
This is their first time seeing some magics, although they do know of them.
Fireball in darkness.
Let's see. They have an int of -2. So I'm gonna say those two don't make that check. And neither do these two. They don't know that the darkness is your doing is magic. They saw you throw your holy symbol, so I think they saw that something you had started to react magically and you got rid of it. So I don't think they know
Radical, are
that
you
that's
okay?
going on.
Oh my god, I don't know what's happening.
And let's see here, they are also going to try and close the distance on the mammoth. 1, 2, 3,
Did the mammoth take its turn?
7. I don't think I did. I might have skipped it.
No.
It may be shot.
It's at the very end,
Sick.
so I forgot it. Let's see here. And I think...
Someone had a mammoth. Ben King had a mammoth miniature when we played that circus. Were any of you there for the circus one with the Gynosphinx and the? No.
He has
He
quite
had
the
a-
mini.
He had a big mammoth figurine. Yeah, he's been traveling a lot past year.
Japan or DC or somewhere.
Might see a hawk swoop by and grab the balloon.
We had a domestic pigeon, a big white pigeon there.
Yeah,
Into the
a
yard.
dove. Actually, right as I was setting up, a big raccoon ran across the yard, which doesn't usually happen in broad daylight. But
Yeah. And it said, "Hey, is this where the D&D game is?"
You know what? You guys have 3d8.
I have a D8.
I have, yes.
Okay. You two roll them 3 times for me.
Whoa. So we're rolling 3d8.
Oh, I'm sorry, 3d10.
Oh, 3d10. How many times?
who is?
I need 3d10 plus 6, so.
Who's
the
rolling it?
mammoth. The mammoth is gonna
Whoever's
attack.
got a D10.
I got
Oh,
many,
well,
many
I got a
d10s
bunch
here.
of stuff. Yeah.
There you go. I think you got 3 of them.
Okay.
Boom.
6, 13, 15.
15 plus 6 is 21. Let's see here.
Those mammoth attacking.
With 3d10.
It's a lot less than that Tyrannosaurus Rex.
He's gonna hurl that guy across the field.
Yeah, you see.
Does the mammoth have disadvantage in the darkness?
Yes.
Still hit.
You see this mammoth goes over to him. He's not dead, but he's clearly been tossed by this attack as the mammoth runs to attack it.
Or we hear, perhaps?
You can hear it.
You hear it. You hear loud stomping. It is. I mean, once you hear something like this, you kind of think it's like an earthquake or something for a bit.
Wow.
Radical suppresses like, yay!
Also, you guys notice that as you hear that, you see the two who are a bit farther away start to turn around and come towards this direction.
Oh, huh.
So
the
they
other mammoths.
Perhaps we should
Leave.
also starting to come.
take the pterodons and go.
I'm gonna cast leave.
I could do a lightning storm.
And it was the rest
If
of
you
the
want to
dwarves
kill all the mammoths, yeah.
I don't want to.
who are
But
going
I do want to
to
save
also
myself.
go around the same direction.
I just wonder what is to be gained by killing these mammoths.
Food. Lots of meat.
People eat.
Ah, our quest:
So you can feed
kill
feed the
mammoths and
people.
drag their
Society.
meat to the humans, and go to the next dimension.
Or tell the humans to relocate here.
Yeah, make a house out of mammoth.
And
Use
now
all parts of the
it's
animal,
David and
yes.
Jake.
What's that?
Now it's David and then you.
Wait, are you doing Yoda now?
I keep slipping a little bit into Yoda.
It's hard with the accent.
I just wanted it to be a fair fight with the injured man.
One thing that I thought was super cool about Dune 2 is that Austin Butler does a perfect Stellan Skarsgård accent. He sounds like Stellan
Like his son.
Skarsgård the whole
Because
time.
is he like playing a
He's
different
playing the-
age?
the
Playing
nephew?
his son.
Oh, okay.
His
Of-
nephew, right?
The Stellan Skarsgård guy,
Dave Ralph,
Fade Ruther or whatever.
Harkonnen.
Harkonnen.
Yeah, he's playing the nephew, and he sounds. He's doing a voice that makes him sound exactly like.
That's neat.
Yeah.
Can I
Cool.
shoot that mammoth?
Yeah,
Which one?
It's just a disadvantage
closest
because
one?
it's.
it's in darkness. Yeah, it's a disadvantage.
I'm going
Big
for
though,
it.
big target. You want to?
But it's very
5
dexterous.
or 12. So 5, yeah, 11.
11 does not hit.
I'm gonna yell
that your
out
son?
at you.
Get a second
Is that
attack.
both
There
your
is no
guys?
reason to
No,
attack
it's
these
one attack with
creatures
disadvantage.
that do 3d10 damage.
That was the advantage.
Let's just
or that was
leave.
disadvantage on one attack,
That's
right?
the weak one.
Oh, yeah,
the
that-
second one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
That's I keep
The weak one in the
forgetting
dark.
Yeah.
And you have a. What kind of fighter are you? Are you a champion?
Yes.
Yeah.
On my turn, I'm gonna
okay.
say, I'm
Action
gonna
take.
yell out to everyone, quick vote! Should we leave or stay? I vote leave!
We need
Back
to find out
to
about
the
this
tall
dragon.
grass.
We don't need to fight out for the mammoth.
14.
Retreat. Yeah, take
14 does hit.
We could bring the pterodon carcass back
8.
to our friends.
Quick vote!
Campsite.
We only have 6 seconds on my turn. Leave or stay? I vote leave. Let me know because it will affect what I do.
leave.
You
2 for
in the
leave.
darkness,
Leave the
hear
mammoth?
the arrow hit it, but it does not sound as satisfying as you thought it would.
Guys, quick vote. Leave or stay. All in favor of leave, raise your hand.
So then I will go with the group.
All in favor of stay, raise your hand.
I will go with the group. So it sounds like Leap wins 2-0.
2 leave and 4 abstain.
Yeah, two
Wait, do
eyes.
we have a
four
quorum?
abstention.
All right, so Pliny, just for the flavor of it, Pliny climbs up on this hill thing and shouts out loudly to everyone in the crew. There is no reason for us to kill these mammoths. Let's go explore the village and the caverns and stuff. I'm leaving. Come with me. And then 1, 2, dash action. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Owl follows. Pass. I mean, if you guys want to kill these mammoths, we can. But
No, I wanted to find out about this dragon.
Yeah, I think that's probably bigger dragons to fry, as it were.
Yeah, we use up all our stuff on mammoths and then run into a translucent dragon. I know he just wants to crush some heads, even if they're mammoth heads.
Poor little mammoths.
But yeah, we could stay and kill the mammoths and talk to the dwarves.
That was the thing.
Killing the mammoth seems like those are big.
They do a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna.
I think
An old sick one is one thing.
All right. Well, I ran away and passed. Whose turn is it?
After you, it is the dwarf in the darkness's turn.
Dwarf in the darkness.
I read that.
Classic.
Great movie
Yeah.
title.
Salvatore.
Dwarf
Yeah,
in the
exactly.
He befriends a drow.
I don't know what you guys are talking about, but it sounds like a movie title to
It's
me.
This movie was based on a book.
the dwarf in the darkness.
Is that the name of the book?
No, it just sounds
you
like
know
a
those
fantasy novel.
D&D
Yeah, yeah.
Forgotten Realm novels were about Drizzt, the
Uh-huh.
drow, by R.A. Salvatore in the 90s.
Ah, yes. Yes, yes.
The dwarf in the darkness. All about the drow that was good, who rebelled against his community.
I'm a big Wheel of Time fan.
Oh yeah,
Okay, and
Not
now
the
it is
TV
the
show
viewer's turn.
necessarily, but the
The
books are
thrill
amazing.
Bunch
of
books
taking
like
up
those.
a spear from the long grass and hucking it straight through the body of a pterodon has
Oh wait.
has awakened
bloodlust.
a primal satisfaction in this buttoned-up aristocrat.
Oh no, he had
A level of belonging and a full-on like Tarzan yodel, works his way up through his diaphragm, and he beats his chest and takes up another
he
spear.
has the prey instinct now, like a
no.
domestic dog.
And he's just living life now, finally at last, in a way that he didn't even know was missing.
the barbaric yelp.
And leaps up onto this rock or tree or whatever it is and hangs on it and shakes his spear and yells with a sense of primal satisfaction, surveying the landscape, ready to strike out.
I will say
pure
because
joy.
of that,
Oh no.
I guess mechanics wise, the mammoths are coming, but they won't be here until 7 rounds after. So if you'd like to try and take out the injured one, you have time.
Oh, they got a fear. They're not. Yeah.
They're not.
Not
They just
actual
turned
distance.
around. They're not here.
So he spends his turn exulting in the victory. This is his first kill. He's a man now.
Did you take some of the pterodactyl blood? And
That's coming. Yes. His poofy shirt is now ripped at the collar.
that's
Pass turn.
Now it's Bort.
I seeing this display, I somewhat awkwardly shout behind you. I think we're leaving. I think we're gonna go. If you wanted to,
Imagine someone has just achieved the high score on their their pinball game, and all of his friends are like, okay, great, let's get out of here now.
He's just fucking vibrating with
Yeah.
excitement. Yeah.
which is the one that you killed?
This one.
Oh, okay.
Take it with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say actually, I'd like to go up with what is your character's name?
Baldric.
Baldric. So I'd actually like to approach Baldric and pitch that we bring this body back to
Sure.
on our way,
Yes.
basically,
Yes.
back to the campsite.
Excellent idea, and for carrying it all that way, I think you should get an extra cut of meat tonight.
Oh no, I'm good. I have good nerves.
Yeah.
And
Might
then,
piss off the dwarves. They'll have to come back.
trying to see if I have a spell that can help us carry it more easily. Which I don't specifically have. Oh, I do. I have I'll use enhance ability.
Oh,
to increase my strength check to help you be able to carry it.
Nice.
Or actually, do you have good, decent strength?
No,
You don't. Great.
oh, it's decent. It's decent. Yeah.
It was okay.
That one, Bagheera points at this one. The law of the jungle, that is the dwarves' kill, but that one is ours!
Well, actually, I think I helped kill this one, but nevertheless, because it was the one you
That's
killed.
true, that's
we-
true.
Hunt, brother! We'll take them both!
No, I think for the not to offend the dwarves. maybe
Let
we'll
them
take
take
one.
it out of our hands if they dare.
Okay, we will take your favorite one.
Yeah, you pick one, please. Perhaps the one you killed.
No, yours was the first kill. I see it now. You're right.
You shall have its head, though, as a trophy.
Okay, we're also already here.
Okay.
So great. I'll use enhance ability to give me a bonus to strength checks, and
Okay.
ask you to help me carry it back.
Absolutely, friend. There will be food in the village tonight.
Yeah, I'll say you guys can absolutely carry it
Great.
when you guys make your movement. I don't know if you want to hold your movement so you move together.
That's the idea. I think is
Yeah,
that
alright.
whenever your turn
Yeah.
comes back, we'll just move with it together.
All
Excellent.
right, then that'll be fine. You can do that on your turn. Is that it, or is there?
That's it.
Okay. Okay.
Cast enhance ability.
Yep.
Now it's Radical's turn.
All right. Causing chaos wherever she goes. Let me see. I can go.
Yeah, the other night,
Bull's strength.
the other Tuesday night when you weren't there, we were like, well, Julie would totally try to talk to these monsters right now. We're
Alright.
gonna run away, or we're gonna
She
kill
has to
them.
get her holy symbol.
But
Okay.
the trees, were we killing the trees? And we were like, oh, well, Julie totally would stop and talk to this tree.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Try to figure out what
shocking.
it's doing.
Other friend that's gotten really into talking to like moss
Alright,
and algae.
so she's gonna
and,
run
like,
over
mushrooms
here.
and stuff.
The
As
speak with
far as I
plants
can
spell.
get.
But yeah.
And
So I
then
was looking for the weirdest,
while
most
running,
microbial plant she can speak with.
she's yelling at the dwarves like, "You idiots! The other ones are coming! Get the hell out of here!"
In which
like,
language?
and she's just yelling in common to them, so they may or may not understand at dwarves. She's like, "Take your fucking pterodactyl and go." And then, but in mammoth, she's gonna try to scream at the mammoth and say, "Your friends are waiting for you. Get out of here! Follow my voice."
When you say that, you hear back in Mammoth. He says, "If it is to save the herd, then I die here."
If you're cool with that, just let me know. Because this could go real bad. I was trying to get you out of here.
Radical's over there like.
Behind her in the distance are these two thundering images with dust coming towards her.
Yeah,
my
yeah,
God,
yeah.
they're all different.
Telephoto.
That's
like,
so
far
cool.
away.
You did these?
Yeah, me and my fiance.
I love them.
They're cool. Big fan.
So you used your action to cast Speak with Animals. And
Yeah.
You did that. End of turn.
In turn.
All right.
These guys will be here in 6 turns now, or 6 rounds.
Like your DM screen, Jake.
Oh, thank you. I think I got it on Etsy from somewhere outside of Kyiv in the Ukraine. In Ukraine, and they have something to burn the
Yeah.
the thing into the wood.
You guys hear a dwarvish war cry, and then you hear a monstrous stomp.
I think Jake's idea is sounding better and better.
Well, you got to go take his fancy axe.
And now it's Baldric's turn.
Okay, so I'm going to yell out to Radical and what's your character's
Adric?
name? Adric.
Adric.
Radical, Adric, we're leaving. Meet us at the camp. Come quickly. And then the two of us will take the pterodactyl and as quickly as we can, I guess, Tarragon. And I'll also call out to our gentleman friend. Come with us, Bagheera, and we'll We'll, to the extent we can, we'll kind of dash away.
I'll say you can use your action to dash or
Yeah.
to try and stealth since you are in the tall grass.
Oh.
And you guys can make a combined stealth check, but it's up to you guys.
Not really worried about
just
Can they
dash.
move?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just gonna do that.
A full 6?
A full 6? Yeah,
30 feet?
30 for both of them, yeah.
Yeah, so we'll dash
Okay.
away, and hope that the others follow us.
Yeah. So you guys are 9 squares off the map.
I'll say, Radical, there'll be food for the villagers. Come.
And next we go to dwarves who are
If there's any
going
garnishes
to die
nearby,
soon.
nice
Some
herbs.
Rosemary, yes.
Cranberries.
Oh, yes. Ancient precursors.
Can you push the hellhound and the one with the torch next to the mammoth as well?
Right here,
Yeah,
and
Into
this
the
one.
darkness.
as well. Into the
These dwarves
darkness.
don't give up. They're like, all right, whatever. It's dark here, I guess. We're just gonna fight.
Oh, the people all left us. We thought we had backup.
Yeah. we did kind of get it. We
Big
took care of the
opportunity for
flying
the
stuff.
halflings.
And we didn't realize they left because we were all in darkness.
I mean, to be fair, we're shouting, "Hey, we're going."
In
Hey,
common.
nice meeting you guys.
Language they
Good
don't
luck.
understand.
Oh yeah.
You two would have heard, like, after radicals yell, they shout back in common, what a strange and wondrous war cry. So they do not understand common.
Oh, they don't.
No.
Okay.
Do one of
Run
you-
away! Run away!
Can you roll a d12 for me?
Yes.
My war cry is
11.
I'm gonna head out.
11. Okay. 11, which is plus 3.
Did you do any of the recent Jonah stuff?
Now
No.
we go to
She invited me to some an authentic relating thing.
To you, I believe, right?
Say that again.
Adric?
Is
I
it
can't
who just went? I guess it's my turn.
The dwarves just went, so yeah, it's your turn, and then it's Jake.
Okay.
I am going to leave.
Okay.
Was interested, but
There we
it's a
go.
bit of a busy week.
Yeah. Finishing it.
She has like 2 cell phone numbers, and she sends group invites on the second cell phone number. Do you?
I'm not on this.
Jake, it's your turn, I believe.
Or maybe that's the one that you are on. Maybe that's the one. I don't know. But I appreciate an organizer. It is my
Yeah.
turn,
Yes.
and I will dash. So
Back-
12 more spaces off the map, and my bird will be
Accompanying.
20 feet ahead of me. Pass.
Okay.
I will sort of snake over to match paths with the meat draggers.
The meat draggers.
Okay. Let's see. It is now Bagheera's turn.
This son of polite society has been magically marooned on a pristine world for less than a day and has discovered the joy of big game hunting.
Wait.
Are you Teddy Roosevelt in Africa?
Something like that.
Wait.
So,
A real Ernest Hemingway here.
Eric Trump.
Oh no.
okay, you
Teddy Roosevelt.
already-
I
Went
love this for you.
for like a year.
Yeah,
I'm
Africa.
gonna. So Bagheera's gonna hold for one more turn to make sure to see what Radical does. So I'll pass my turn.
That's loyalty. The rest of us are like, come on. Don't look back.
It's now Bort.
She's a little.
You guys ran
Board and
off.
air.
yeah,
So
yeah.
you guys are off
Continue
the map,
carrying.
so it is
Yeah.
Radical.
Of course, Teddy Roosevelt went and was like a lawman deputy type,
Yeah.
running a posse and collecting bandits
In America or somewhere
Yeah.
else?
West.
Oh,
in like
Yeah, they're
North
rounding up
Dakota.
bandits.
Colorful life.
So he was
He
like
fought-
rich person, like noble type, whatever American noble is. And then I believe his wife and his mother died on the same day.
yeah, read about that.
And then he went out to North Dakota and started being a cowboy and rounding up bandits and stuff.
This is before he became a war hero in
Mhm.
Spanish American War.
I guess
Big life.
she's gonna
And a
say
progressive president.
talk to the mammoth again to say, just to let it know that it's like the others are coming back for it, so that if it thinks its sacrifice is worthwhile, like, but it might consider stampeding away, considering that the others are coming closer to danger.
Make me a persuasion check.
Listen, mammoth.
Get it.
That is gonna be pretty
Teddy Roosevelt
persuasive.
and
That's a
elephant.
21.
Yeah.
All right.
I think you hear it roar back, kind of like an affirmative sense.
Affirmative!
It's like a yeah.
Yes.
Just excited, and it received your message, and it seems amenable to that idea.
Good.
I am amenable to your
He killed all the easy ones.
If
There's
I-
pictures of him with a hippo, a rhino, a water buffalo, and an elephant.
Those are the easy ones?
Well, tigers and that kind of thing. Lions and
That's nice.
leopards and stuff.
Hippos are like one of the most dangerous animals in Africa. I think they get the most kills.
I feel like if you have a gun and you're far away,
Oh, if you have a gun, like that's
I mean, you're not gonna melee fight a hippo.
yeah.
I'm hunting. Ah!
I think Bagheera might, if he could
Yeah.
see opportunity.
Yes.
We'll see.
Okay.
Okay.
The most unexpected place to find
Then
a
I'm
hippo.
gonna be like, peace be with you, mammoth.
Do you have to grab your
Namaste.
Do you have to grab your holy symbol?
I probably should, but I don't know what I'm gonna do.
You can uncast darkness.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was gonna be my question. I think I have to do that on the next
There he is with his line.
on the next turn. Then I want to see what the thing. I'm gonna wait over here and see what it does.
Don't split the
I'll leave the dark a little longer for you, mammoth.
The dwarves are like, what the hell's going on? That
You hear another kind of bloody stomp, and
wet squish.
it's
Thick
Baldric's turn
stomp.
again.
Baldric's just Baldric and Bort
Bort.
are
So what
carrying
did,
the
what did you
Tarragon
ask the man?
Oh, right.
While I was looking
as
at
quickly
Teddy
as possible towards
Oh, I
the
convinced
village.
it
Yeah, we're
to
like halfway
stampede
back to the
away.
village.
I was like,
to run away.
yeah, to be like, your
At some
friends
point
are
we'll
coming back
reunite
for you.
with
So if you
Quinny
think you're
along the way.
sacrificing
Yeah.
yourself for your herd's coming back into danger, perchance. Gonna fucking
And I will
yeah.
yell though in Dwarvish, "Do you know anything about the translucent dragon?" I'm running away.
You hear from the darkness two voices say, "Just a thing of myth."
Okay, thank you.
I appreciate their commitment to the dialogue.
They don't know anything.
Very efficient.
You may want to retreat at this point. The mammoths are too dangerous. Take your tarragons and go.
We're 5 strong, and with you many more.
Yes, fight on!
I don't think you're counting right in the
So
dark.
You
many
may
more.
notice my voice is further away.
What? I can't hear you. You're gonna have to speak up. Stop.
Dwarves. Such a persistent and deliberate,
Yeah.
committed group. When they set out on a project, they follow it through.
Same blood flows in your veins.
Yes, yes. When we find the myth roll, we will continue digging it.
Okay,
No
so
matter
all
if
of
we
you
awaken
guys
the ball
are
up.
team get away from this, right? You guys aren't gonna try and like get the axe or try and get the holy symbol back.
Oh, I'm waiting one more turn to see if the mammoth runs, and then I might turn off darkness and see
Okay.
what the status
Oh.
of those in the pit. So
The mammoth is probably gonna be fine. They have not landed a hit on it in the darkness with the disadvantage.
well, that's I'm considering if I'm gonna turn off the darkness to try
Yeah.
to get my thing
Okay.
back. But
Turn off the dark.
turn off the dark.
It is Adric's turn.
Interpol on them.
It's Spider-Man.
I'm just going to continue.
right.
Continue running away.
Spider-Man
Okay.
3. Turn off the
And
dark.
Pliny, I
Whatever
believe
the-
you've already run off the
problem
map, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
I'm far.
He's like,
I'm
ahead of everyone.
14 spaces away.
Fighting a dragon. No.
It is Bagheera's turn.
We're already finishing Dragon.
He's still on this mountain of
Yeah, Bagheera will
mountain
come
of
up here
manliness.
and ask, "What's the plan?"
Well, I've thrown my holy symbol in there, and it's making it dark. And that guy has a fancy axe. Somebody seemed to be interested in, and I think we need to drag this thing back to town. But I think my mammoth butt is gonna make a run for it.
And then we get you a symbol.
Yes.
All right, ready when you are.
Alert! Ahoy!
Tieflings.
Half turn.
Great time
Wonder
for
tiefling twins.
Mage Hand would be good.
The
Right?
shape
Oh, yeah.
of a.
Okay, it is now Bort.
Still moving away with Bud.
Or
Bud.
Karen, though.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, Radical, it is your turn again.
Is stopping a spell
What
as
about
an
the mammoth?
action?
Nope.
The what?
Just
The
drop
mammoth?
concentration.
The mammoth
Okay.
already went.
Oh, he went. Great.
He goes last.
Okay.
in the turn.
Got it.
Rolled a 3. So
Gotcha. I know I'm toward the end too, so.
Did the one of the guy with the fancy axe, he got stomped?
yeah,
We think. We haven't heard his voice anymore.
I'm afraid we
Sounds
might
like
make
If
some.
you turn off the dark, you'll see.
you heard like the distinct sound of like metal hitting a rock.
Yeah.
After a splash, so you're pretty sure.
Okay, this is gonna not make us a lot of friends, probably. Maybe.
Keep in mind we're like 2 turns away from you.
I know.
Yeah, we're so far away.
So I'm gonna go.
All the dwarves attack.
Here we go. So my goal is, you tell me what I need to do to make this happen.
You can turn off the spell, right? Because it's a
I
concentration.
can turn off the spell. I'm gonna get close. I'm gonna be like, boop, boop, boop. Drop concentration.
Yeah.
Grab my holy symbol.
Okay.
Grab the axe.
Uh huh.
And then,
Give me a perception check then. I will say on a 15 or higher, you find your holy symbol, and on a 20 higher or higher, you also find the axe.
oh, perception is not my sweet
Oh, too
spot.
bad the turtle is
Let's
too far
see.
away to get the bonus.
That's a 10.
Oh no.
That's it. I don't have anything. Yeah, I don't have great things in that.
You're rooting around in the grass.
I might use.
On her hands and knees.
Let me use
Holy
my.
symbol.
I'm gonna use my inspiration point
Okay.
if I may. And we'll see what happens. Nope, even worse. So I don't see it.
No, you don't see it this turn. I'll say you can try again next turn.
Okay, so how far? 5, 10, 15, 20. 25. I'm gonna move away from this guy.
Well, they don't. Yeah.
So what is revealed when the darkness drops?
When the darkness drops, you see a couple of pulpy pools of blood.
Yay.
You see 2 dwarves still standing, fighting the mammoth. And when the darkness drops, you can see that they are shocked by what they see around them. They thought that there were many more dwarves still. And the mammoth looks pretty damaged, but it looks like it would be able to walk it off eventually.
True, just true to form. Just before I turn around, I'm gonna smack the mammoth and give it 5 HP and go run, and then move away and go wee. And mammoth.
It's like a bug bite.
I know,
A
it's it.
positive bug bite.
It's just like.
It's like
"Ah!"
booping it on the
Horses
nose.
run.
Exactly, yeah. That's what I pictured.
Yeah.
5 hit points.
Thanks. It's the thought that counts.
That still hits, oh my lord.
Mammoth lover.
There's gonna be another pulp.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So
That's
the
not breaking
mammoth squashes this one. And then
Oh no.
with your
Wow, these dwarves were really not prepared to go mammoth hunting.
inspiring
I don't know what
pat
they're
on the
thinking.
back, it runs away, and the... Can you roll a d12 for me?
D12, yes I can.
The dwarf does get an opportunity attack.
The hell? 1.
1. Alright. That's 1 plus 6. Alright. And it starts to run back to its herd.
Goodbye.
What's your name?
I will teach them to farm.
As the mammoth runs, the dwarf looks at you, Radical, and yells something very upsetting in Dwarvish. It sounds mad.
You mad about something? What? Look at that weird flying dinosaur.
And
Yeah,
now,
that one dwarf will have like 2 or 3
Yeah.
pterodons to eat.
Now we go back to Baldric,
Didn't have
who
to
is
share
off
with
the
all your
map,
dead friends.
Yeah.
and Adric, who is. Are you off the map too as well?
I am.
Off the map. Pliny off the map.
Well, Pliny is gonna say, I am concerned about our friends. Maybe I'll shout it at the other running people. I am concerned about our friends. I'm going to check on them, or at least
Looks like the
stop
mammoths are
being so
leaving.
gosh darn far away.
Yeah, we can slow our roll
Well,
essentially.
we could
Not to be dashing.
Never mind. Pliny just keeps running.
We go to Bagheera.
I'm concerned about our friends,
Bagheera
but not that
searches
much.
for the holy symbol that's missing.
Okay, I'll say the DC is lowered by 5 and roll a perception check since this is the second time and you both are looking.
Oof.
That's both. You, how do you handle the axe?
Bagheera judges that the situation with the dwarves is tense, and so he sort of he picks one of the dwarves, whichever one he can make eye contact with, and sort of like points out the axe and is like it's yours now. We're out.
Okay, you pointed it. The dwarf looks at it on the floor, sees where you're pointing, and then looks at you guys. And do you speak Dwarvish?
No.
No, yells something upset in dwarf. Sounds very
And
angry.
then tosses you your holy symbol and is ready to leave.
Okay.
So he didn't take the axe.
The cursed acts of poor hunting decisions.
Then we go to Bort, who is carrying the pterodactyl, and back to Radical. You have your holy symbol. You guys can leave if you want.
Okay.
Or if you want to take on the dwarf and try and take the axe, I don't know.
I don't know. I wouldn't. Personally, she wouldn't have a lot of interest in an axe. So, but it was just what was interesting about it. It's just a big fancy axe.
It's a big fancy axe.
Okay, yeah, she doesn't care. She doesn't care.
If you take it, they won't be able to use it to hurt the poor mammoth.
I don't think they're going to be hurting anyone anymore anyway.
These guys. Okay. She is gonna. I don't think there's anything I can do to talk to them. Joot, 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 joot. Yeah, she doesn't need to start a fight with these people necessarily. They can be mad if they want to be. But no, I should save some shit for.
So yeah, you want to join us in moving forward?
Yeah. I'm just thinking if I need to tie them up in some way, or just leave. You can't. Okay, so I'm gonna stay. Just imagine, like, do we take this or leave it for them?
Leave it for them.
Okay.
But, yeah.
So then I'll do the same gesture that he did to the thing and be like, "That's yours. That's yours."
What a successful hunting
Thumbs
cooperation
up.
we've had.
We're doing great. It's great.
The power of collaboration, you guys.
Angry dwarf noises.
Yeah. So then I guess I'll just dash that away.
Are you going the right way? We all went that way.
Which you're like
Yeah.
down this way. Oh, right, back into the
This is where
grass.
we get separated.
We run off in a completely different
Just
Neither of the
mess.
tieflings can make survival checks.
If we keep this up, we'll really show all the races of this new world how they can collaborate. Sequels.
So the mammoths end up back together. You can see the older injured
got
mammoth
close.
meets up with the other
Yay!
two. And they start heading back towards the herd.
Beautiful reunion.
We accomplished many things.
Teamwork.
It's
And what's your AC?
me.
Yes. Is it higher than 7?
Yes, it's 17.
Okay. Then you see that the dwarf turns towards you, hurls a spear that it picked up, and it goes completely wide and misses. He is very upset.
I wish I was still
They
there.
left the axe, yeah.
Yeah. I don't think it was that special.
Good old Bagheera.
The,
So good.
the axe of the translucent dragon.
And I will say, since
a
that is
gentleman.
more or less
Yes,
combat,
yeah.
Love the accent.
that we are
Run
done with this
away!
encounter.
Yeah.
And I can't talk
What
to.
do the dwarves do? Do they stick around?
There's one there. You can see that he's kind of tearing up a little bit. He's just mad, like tears of anger mostly. He's throwing stuff.
Yeah.
He's like eventually gonna go pick up that axe and like try to chase you guys, but he's winded. He's hurt.
Okay.
Were there 2 that survived or just 1?
He's just one.
Just one that
one.
survived.
Just one survived.
One dwarf?
Well,
Go back and
we'll
kill
leave,
him and eat
leave
his
him in
brain.
his grief, and at least Bagheera will go rejoin the others.
Okay. Are you guys gonna take the pterodon, or are you gonna still leave it for him?
But leave it for him.
Okay,
We
okay.
got one.
Let's take this to the children.
Let's wait for our friends. I hear them coming.
Yes.
Oh, here
Take
they
a little
are.
break and just
Yes.
sit
Oh, yes, I sent it to them.
Okay. You guys all meet back up again.
So it's sort of a good news, bad news situation. Obviously, the good news is right before us. What a wonderful excursion!
You seem
That
to have.
the dwarves are thrilled with us.
You
Good
mean-
news again. There's only one left to be not thrilled.
Yeah, I was going to question your use of the plural. There. We are very happy with you. Yes. So let's go back to the village. They will eat well tonight.
66% of dwarves had a great hunt.
Survey says. Yeah. Well, if we hadn't shown up, I bet all
Exit
four of them
poll
would have
showed,
died.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we could ask that one about these caverns and mines and stuff. He's all alone now.
Did he seem friendly and talkative to you?
No, he seemed pugnacious. He seemed grieving and upset and ready to lash out.
We could
And-
always tie him up, you know, magic and all of that.
Are we worried he will report back to the other dwarves?
Yes, that is my thought. There's
What
only
did-
one dwarf left.
There was
did
a
we
little
do
bit of a
wrong?
language barrier, so definitely need a dwarf to go talk
It's
to
not about
this
what
guy.
we did wrong, but what his perception is of what we did wrong that matters.
It's the mammoth that killed his
Yes.
friend. We did not hurt him.
Reality is subjective, and
Exactly, yes,
yes, the perception of what is wrong and right is more important than the actual nature of it. Yes, I like you. Let me see one of those rocks. These stars that you have carved on these rocks.
Ask him to give you his pipe.
Oh, well, I have a little magic show for you. You see a normal pipe in every way, but poof, and this big fog cloud comes out and erupts all around us.
Oh, there they are.
I see them on the
Setting
distance,
us smoke signals.
And then
on the horizon.
I put it away.
So,
Do I get a buzz from the fog cloud?
Sure.
yeah. Oh, yeah. No, no.
Met-
I do not
Metaphysical
inhale when the cloud is out,
Travis.
but please enjoy.
So we should. Our plan was to bring this back to the village, but we do not have to tarry long.
No.
You think we should go talk to this dwarf? Who is
Uh,
very
Well,
angry with us.
we know where he's going. The caverns, presumably. Yes.
You will have to drag 3 pteragons with him.
Yes, let's go back and talk to the one dwarf, or at least see if he's getting stomped by mammoths yet now.
First, you want to leave. Now you want to go.
I know. It's almost like my choices are random.
Well, if he didn't take that last one, we can take it back to the village.
So, how
But-
far are we from the village? We're like a half
From
hour.
the village, it took you guys like an hour to get here, I'd say.
Okay. Well, then we're close enough to this to where we were. I guess we should go back.
I want to just go back far enough to see, or I can even use Petunia to like look and see what the dwarf is doing. If he's getting mauled by mammoths, or if he's leaving, or what.
Radical tells us that mammoth left.
Petunia sees that like he's picked up the axe, and he's kind of going over to the pools of blood and kind of like shoveling dirt on them to try and kind of pay respects, I assume.
And the other mammoths were gonna be there in like 30 seconds.
They were running away,
They all left.
and
So they
when
left.
the older one decided to run after Radical told him that they were coming for him.
Mhm.
They met up and they had headed back towards the herd, so they're heading away.
She also gave him a healing word of spank.
A healing spank, if you will.
Should we question this one fellow? Petunia tells me that he is just sadly covering blood puddles
Sure, sure.
with dirt. I'm sure his spirits are low enough he will
We can break them easily.
share something.
We'll leave our Tarragon where it is. We'll save our progress with having hauling the carcass.
Well, let's put leaves and things over it so other animals don't take it. All right, I start heading back.
Okay.
Hoping
can one
that
of you roll
larger
a D4
people will go
so
in front of
I
me.
can see which of these dwarves survived.
Great.
You want all of us to roll D4?
I got
Just
it.
one.
Number one.
Number one. All right. You guys see a kind of grief-stricken dwarf. He's holding the axe. As I said, he's burying the remains, and he has no hair. He's shaved bald. He has a single braid of facial hair just coming down. And as you approach,
Older guy, younger guy.
he's older. He's older. As you approach, he says in Dwarvish, "Go away."
My friend, we wanted to make sure you're okay. We thought we could all retreat, but obviously not everyone did.
That accursed item with the darkness.
Oh, yes, that was strange. I don't know. It was some
I'm gonna
weird,
hang back in the grass.
A hateful god.
Yes, yes, a
Is
hateful
it going
god.
well?
No.
We
Potent magic.
yes. Do you think it was the darkness then that made this so deadly for
Clearly.
your clan? Yes. And who was your great leader that passed?
Hachiak.
Origin
Gotcha.
rest his soul.
Do you want to help? We can. Are you wounded? I can heal you, and maybe we can help you bury your kin.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Okay.
Can I throw a guidance on that?
Yeah.
At a D4.
Right.
He's
You
not
wanna roll the
Jasper.
D4?
Yeah.
She's not Jasper, this guy.
Well.
Oh.
Do I have an inspiration? I don't.
+1.
A 7.
A 7.
You have advantage on strength checks.
You too. Can you persuade him a different way?
Arm wrestle him. Arm wrestle him to make
He
him feel
says,
better.
I do not trust in magics anymore. Truly the work of cursed beings.
I can understand, but I can. You look wounded. I would only give you some physical comfort to make sure you get back to your camp.
Physical comfort.
What?
Physical.
You guys are gonna find
Ignore the chortling of my friends. Of course, we're speaking Dwarvish, so
We
I
don't
cannot
understand.
possibly understand, except
Not
for my
understand
friend
double
Adric, and he is
entendre in other
rather
languages?
stone-faced.
Adric's too mature for that. What are you saying? What is happening?
I'm just trying to see if we can get on his good side.
I'm gonna minor illusion a mammoth in my hand.
Oh man,
I'm gonna minor illusion a mammoth in my
it's
hand,
gonna
and
undo everything.
I'm gonna
trying
say
to do.
in common, "These creatures are terrible," and then I'll like flick it off my hand and make it look like it's flying off my hand. It's a statue of a statue.
I
now.
think he doesn't look in your direction.
Okay.
Does he look wounded? Was he hurt? I don't know if he was hurt.
He looks tired. He looks wounded, but not like any grievous ones.
Not
just minor
bloodied.
cuts.
Okay. Tell us what is the deal with this axe? Was this the axe of the leader of your clan?
Yes.
Yes.
Forged by our greatest smith.
Yes. So you know how to forge great weapons.
I do not, but our clan does. You should know this.
Yes. Yes. The ones that live in the cavern to the northwest. They are the
Very
great
same.
forgers. Yes.
Yeah.
Can I analyze the axe while they're talking and holding it?
Yeah.
Just sort of like look at it to see either if it's magic or if there's something special about it.
Give me an Arcana check.
Okay. 21.
You can tell it's magical.
It is magical.
You have your lantern.
That is a magical axe. Well, it's a detect magic lantern, not an identify lantern.
Well, I tell you which school. But I guess it's probably just
It's magic.
So, well, can we maybe we can help you bury the dead, and we can go with you back to the caverns. We'll help carry the Tarragons.
Will you tell him that I want to perform a special ritual with the axe in order to honor his fallen friend? And while he's saying it, I'll like physically act out what he's saying.
My
Like,
compatriot here, he's very, what would you say, a wise person and powerful in his land. And He wishes to honor your leader by performing a ritual on the
Give
axe.
me a persuasion check with advantage. I'll count that as a help action.
Okay.
I'll not do little magic tricks to impress him.
Persuasion 18.
18.
Yeah.
He says, if it helps them be put to rest, and he hands you the axe.
Oh, okay. I will carry the axe with respect in both hands,
Okay.
and I will just stand in front of Pliny, bend down a little bit, and but Pliny, maybe I will hold it while you do your work.
All right. Well, the only real thing I can do is cast detect magic as a ritual. I can't really identify it, but I can go hard on Arcana and detect magic, try to figure out what it is.
You can tell that it is a magical battle axe and that it needs attunement to be used properly.
What can you tell after 10 minutes of chanting?
During this 10 minutes of chanting, I will help the dwarf bury the dead.
Okay. I'll say it doesn't take long with all of you helping to finish burying it.
While he's doing that, I'll just hide the axe.
So Baldric won't allow this to happen.
It just evaporated into the
Tablecloth, though?
I put it in my bag. I'm gonna say to him. I'm gonna say to you. This axe will serve us better than it will serve them. Perhaps you could wield it and be very strong. I will just hide it. We will use it. Weren't you saying earlier today that I have all the magical items? Maybe this is why. Let me take this for you.
So you want to get into combat again with him? Well, let's go back with him to the caverns.
If you call crushing a fly combat, then yes. So I'll try to take the axe and hide it in my bag
Give me a sleight of
lets
hand
me.
check.
if he lets me.
Oh, okay.
I'll go along with this,
Okay.
although I have serious misgivings.
This morning I woke up and saw the future, and I saw that I rolled a 17 plus
Amazing.
3 for a dirty 20.
Okay, yeah. He doesn't notice when you stow it away. He does know that you have it, but he
I-
doesn't notice where you have it right now.
Yeah. I wonder if I should just leave. I think I should just start walking away.
Let's all go together. Listen, are you heading back to the caverns?
No, I must find a suitable meal first.
Look around us. We have plenty of meat.
Yes, pterodon would be enough for me, but the rest in the cavern.
Oh, well, we have 3. Well, we have 1 that we were taking for ourselves, but that leaves 3 left for you.
Brother, have you forgotten how many of us there are?
It's better than none.
Isn't 3 better than none?
It's better than none, but it's not enough.
You're going to keep hunting.
I must.
Okay.
Yourself.
Well, we have another engagement, so we are sorry about your loss, and we bid you well.
Could we deliver the Tarragons to the dwarves?
Ask him about the humming and the mining. Find out about that.
Oh,
And
yes.
I leave.
No, wait, Pliny, just wait.
No, I'm leaving.
No, wait. We are about to go. Yes, I understand that in the mines that people sometimes they hear the humming from the mines. Can you tell me what that is?
Machinery.
Yes, you use machinery to mine.
Yes.
That's very advanced, right? Not all dwarves can do this.
Advanced. Ancient.
Yeah,
Happened upon it.
you happened upon the
Oh, you
machinery.
did not develop it yourself.
Do you know who? Well, you can. I guess I will be relating things back and forth.
Okay,
Do
sorry,
you
you're
do you know the provenance of this machinery?
I haven't been allowed to look at it.
Okay, this is intriguing. Who is the leader's name again?
Hachiak.
Hachiak.
He's the one who died here. He's
Yeah.
the leader of the hunting group.
Right, and of course your leader in the caverns. Remind me again the name.
I dare not speak it.
Oh,
Oh,
They say that when you speak it, he can hear.
the dwarven leader can hear.
Yes.
Okay.
As you know,
Yes, of course.
About
Okay.
that axe, is he almost finished?
I'm already like 60 feet away at least.
You know?
I didn't obey him when he said
Oh
stay
yeah,
here.
for sure. But he trusts him, so
I will go and check, but if we don't, let me go see what he's doing.
I'll go check. If we don't ever come back,
Something's gone wrong.
He,
Don't
he is
come
very
asking.
powerful, but sometimes he's a bit mischievous. But let me go find him. And yes, okay. And I kind of wink at the other people. I think and in common, I think we all should discreetly try to leave. And then I go after Pliny.
I think leave discreetly when he's looking right at us.
he sees you kind of
And we're
going
in a
after
field.
Pliny,
And I yell, Pliny, wait up!
and then he sees everyone else leaving,
Yeah.
and he's kind of like,
Yeah. And I yell back. Once I catch up to Pliny, we'll be back. Just wait here. In Dwarvish. Okay.
so he gifted it to you.
Gift. I'm sorry.
He gifted you. Talked him into gifting you his.
Yes. I'll
war
explain
chief's-
later. I think we should get back to the village. Yes. So,
Well,
anyways,
that's-
he also said that humming it came from some machinery, ancient machinery that the dwarves happened upon.
Oh, a remnant
They did not
from.
build this machine.
No. So this world was just created, and yet there is already ancient machinery.
Strange.
Yes. Okay.
And
As if
already
it was
ancient
assembled
feuds.
from the constituents of something elder.
You know what would explain all of this?
No, please tell me.
If it
Pliny,
were a
what would
dream.
explain all of
If it
this?
were a dream,
Dreams are like that.
nothing would need to make sense.
I
you
have
know?
this one dream
I'm starting to
recurring
come
where,
around on this theory.
Yes.
where I have to operate the mine, the forge, and yet I'm always late and I can never get there in time. And everybody's counting on me to get the forge going and make things.
And you're naked.
It's very stressful. No, I never make it in the dream. Then I wake up.
So,
Okay.
if one of you would like a magic axe,
Yes, I think
all you would have to do would be to hold it, and we sit around for an hour,
tonight at the village, I will hold it.
and then you will know what it does after the hour.
Interesting. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I don't mean to. We'll see. I will keep it safe in case it.
I will give it to you when you are ready to
I am ready.
attune.
I will take it. Since I brought it to you,
Perhaps
I
we,
will take it back.
Okay. Don't give it back to the guy.
Okay.
perhaps we deliver the
very
terror.
far away in the distance, you can hear, "Have you found him yet, brother?"
I think he's a little lost. Pliny, where are you? I will find him.
I'm gonna minor illusion my voice 30 feet away from where I am, going, I'm over here!
Where?
Come closer to me! I'm over here!
Curse this tall grass. I wish I was taller. I wish you were taller.
We drag the pterodon back to the people.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll
Campsite.
say, since you're all helping carry just one pterodon, it takes about the same amount of time to get back to the camp, about an hour.
Radical, nice job saving that mammoth.
Is it like 1 or 2 p.m. now, or is it later?
It's like 1 p.m. right now.
Okay. Oh, everyone, do you mind if Adric and I bring the Tarragon into the village?
To make a good impression.
Yes.
Good thinking.
For the dwarves.
No, the village with the halfling
Oh,
shaman. That's
right.
where we're going. We're bringing food back to the village for the
Yeah.
children.
Sorry, but you're trying to make a good impression on behalf of dwarves.
At least on our own behalf, yeah. Since she hates dwarves.
Yeah, the
You know-
perception of who killed the pterodon is relative.
To get the humans to trust dwarves,
What is reality?
which is a dangerous trust now that they might have a vendetta. But
But they should have a vendetta against
Okay.
tieflings and other
yes,
dwarves.
I
if
like the
anything.
idea.
Okay. So when we
No humans here.
This is, after all, the one you struck down with your mighty crossbow.
yes, and Adric struck another one, so I think we all did
I seem
well.
to recall someone killed 2.
Yes, but you
We're not talking about
but
that
you
at all.
ruin the skin, and it doesn't taste as
Yes,
good.
yes, go, please. Dwarves.
Yeah.
Dwarves are heroes. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Acceptable.
Okay.
So we go back to the village.
Yeah.
Adric and I are carrying the Tarragon. I have the battle axe.
As you guys start nearing the village, you hear the children kind of get excited as they see you bringing something to eat. You can see Alistair And as you guys get closer, he walks up to you and he goes, "It seems we'll be having real food tonight."
Yes, we wanted to share in the bounty. We encountered some dwarves that were hunting, and also some tarragons, and we were able to secure this for the village.
Did they help you? They've helped us in the past. A good sort.
We were working together, but they insisted. Where I come from, there's a saying: pigs get fat and hogs get slaughtered. So we had killed these tarragons, and they insisted on pushing their luck and continuing to hunt some mammoths. And so 3 of the 4 were killed, 3 of the 4 dwarves. We tried to tell them to only, to leave the mammoths alone, but I don't know. They were a little too greedy, perhaps.
It's a shame. I've never really been able to communicate with them, but occasionally when they've hunted, they've motioned to us to take one.
Oh,
So
that's interesting news. Well, anyways, this can be roasted tonight, and
yes.
Yeah.
Good berries are filling, but it's nice to have something else every once in a while.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there
These dwarves were very heroic in returning this pterodon.
You can see that the halfling druid kind of looks over, and she does make a kind of scowl, but you can tell that it's hiding a bit of a smile, whereas before it was just a full-faced scowl. she's
Yes.
getting
What
a little
helpful
warmer.
dwarves.
yes, some dwarves are quite helpful.
It's true.
So, interestingly, so the dwarves will sometimes help you, Alistair. Sometimes give
Yeah,
you some bounty.
They've helped us a couple of times. I know
Since the village raised, or before?
both.
Both.
Okay.
Why don't we take a short rest so you can find out what this axe does?
Yes.
And I will get my spell slot back with my arcane recovery.
Excellent.
Uh,
Should we take a break, or are we?
well, we're gonna win this D&D game.
Yeah, we are.
Apparently, in the next 70 minutes.
Well, I was gonna say this could also.
Right.
Clearly
Maybe a
carry on
two-parter?
into another session if we
Yeah.
want. Yeah.
This is a lot to explore.
Yeah.
So-
Go ahead.
So, I'm interested
Ready?
to find out what my new magic item is.
Yeah.
Oh,
Is that-
sure. It is
Back
a
in.
Berserker battle axe.
Ooh.
Berserker battle axe. That sounds cool.
Yeah.
So that's a two-handed weapon, right? Battle
It is versatile.
Ah.
I have a warhammer that's for sale.
I've used that website.
So it's the same
Warzone.
same
Yeah,
dice as
it's an
your
app.
Warhammer.
Yeah, I played it. Wow, that is. I've never played on a map that big. You must have been. Is this like you've been playing for like 9 months already?
What
on
is
this
it?
game?
The game that.
It's just like it's kind of like what do they call it? Risk, yeah.
Oh.
And they
Wow.
have different maps.
Oh, how cool!
So what's
So-
his axe do?
The Berserker battle axe. Let me pull it up.
Is it a standard thing?
No, it is. It is actually a cursed weapon.
Oh, do I know that though? I might not, or my character might not know that.
Well, once you've attuned to it, the curse is the thing. It extends the curse to you once you've attuned to it.
Oh, thanks.
I mentioned it was a cursed weapon when I.
Oh, you did?
He sure did. He said
You
it.
mentioned it was a
Well,
cursed
not that he
weapon,
know-
and
he
you
made it-
kind of got the effect.
Yeah, the bad hunter.
I said, the cursed weapon of poor hunting decisions.
Oh, you did. You did.
Hold on. It's, what it does is
Take
you
it,
gain a
take it.
+1 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with the magic weapon.
That's awful curse.
And when you're attuned to this weapon, your hit point maximum increases by 1 for each level you've attained.
Oh,
you get,
okay. I'm loving this curse so far.
7 extra HP.
Yeah.
And the curse is this axe is cursed, and becoming attuned to it extends the curse to you. As long as you remain cursed, you are unwilling to part with the axe, keeping it within reach at all times. You also have disadvantage on attack rolls with weapons other than this one, unless no foe is within 60 feet of you that you can see or hear.
Not too bad
And
yet.
Whenever a hostile creature damages you while the axe is in your possession, you must succeed a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw or go berserk. While berserk, you must use your action each round to attack the creature nearest to you with the axe.
Creature nearest you.
Yeah.
Do I know all this, or I don't know this?
Yes, you would know all this once you've attuned to it.
Only after you. Yeah.
So once he wakes up, he's gonna be like, "Oh,
Shit.
if someone hits me, I might go crazy and start hitting everyone."
Yeah. While berserk, you must use your action to attack the nearest creature. If you can make extra attacks as part of the attack action, use those extra attacks. Moving to attack the nearest. Use those extra attacks. Moving to attack the next nearest creature after you fell your current target. If you have multiple possible targets, you attack one at random. You are berserk until you start your turn with no creatures within 60 feet of you that you can see or hear.
Shit.
So,
Well, if I close my eyes and I
Nobody
hear,
Michael on
stand
a
next to
murderous
Baldric
rampage.
in a
so
fight.
and how do I? There's probably no easy answer to this, but too, if I wanted to break this curse, I need to remove.
if you
I have a remove curse spell.
That would
yeah
work.
yeah
That wouldn't work.
That would work.
As long as you'd have to unattune and then
I'd have
do
to.
it.
Can,
You
how
are,
do you
however-
unattune?
I think the remove curse would be part of the unattuned.
Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
So I do not think this is a good weapon for me to have.
Did you
Curses that
did
you
you
are
prepare
on.
remove curse today?
Well, I can prepare it overnight.
Ah,
I can ask my gods.
yes. So we only have to worry about you today.
Getting it.
Well,
You're
maybe
stuck on
we
this axe
stay
today.
here
What
and
is it?
feast, and tomorrow we go to.
No, what
No
would
way,
be
I
the
gotta
fun in
tell them
that?
fun.
To summarize, if you get injured, there's a chance that you
We'll
lash
attack
out at
all of
whoever
you.
is nearest to you.
Yes.
Oh my god, it sounds like my mom.
I will stay closest to the. I will stay closest to the gnome.
Isn't part of the curse though that you are unwilling to be parted from the weapon, which would defeat the? Oh, I'll just get rid of it.
It is
Idea.
part of the curse that you are unwilling to part with it, but you want to keep it within reach at all times.
Yeah.
I feel like casting the spell, would it be like,
Would break the attunement.
I think, yeah. It would
Oh,
break the
you're
attunement.
saying it would be in tension with that desire.
The intention of casting the spell is to part with the weapon, right? I'm just asking.
Little catch 22.
I feel like that's why that's part of the.
What somebody else could.
I'll call it
remove
a
first.
d20 roll. Even, it means you don't want to cast
The
remove
willpower.
curse. Odd, it means you can go ahead and do it. And that is even, so you don't want to remove it.
I want an odd number. That's
You
what I'm
want
hearing.
it, yeah, you wanted an odd number.
Luckily, I have a d20 that has only odd numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
5.
Hey, 5.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
All right.
So, what I would say to make things kind of smooth is we stay here overnight and feast.
No, come
And-
on. We have things to do. It's only 2 p.m.
That's right. I got a doll
This
to
is your
find.
fault, Pliny.
It is not my fault. What are you talking
seduced
about?
me into taking this.
Should the
Seduce
curse kind of make you feel good about having us?
You started the day by saying, "Oh, why
Okay.
don't I have any magic
I think
items
it's-
for me?"
It is so.
Okay,
So
let's go forward, and I will just attack the nearest creature. Please
Perhaps
stay.
we go forward
please
and
stay
try
close,
to avoid
Pliny.
dangerous
You and I.
situations.
this is
Perhaps we keep you out of combat.
there is indeed a lesson in this, which I'm sure
I think
people
it's
will
a
people
pretty
will
obvious
argue
one.
over what the lesson is, but you
Ill-gotten
you
gains.
may have unintentionally protected the dwarven clan from this weapon. If we can find a safe way to dispose of it,
You shall not take my axe. I know what you are thinking. It is mine.
well then I'll
I will
just
call it my precious.
then I'll just leave it at you may have unintentionally protected the dwarven clan from this weapon who were not capable of wielding it as responsibly as you can.
Thank you. It's very gracious, Samwise, but I know what you're thinking.
Well, we can always sleep here and fix your axe, but you know, what is the point of a cursed axe if we don't use it one time?
I know one thing, Pliny. I will not use it on myself. So it is really all of you that I am worried about. Not so much Adrix, because he would kick my ass, but the rest of you.
I think we keep.
I would not underestimate my powers, my friend.
The aphorism of "keep the cleric safe" has never
Yes.
been more valid than now.
Keep the holy man out of the
Let's
fray.
stay overnight, and I will work on my spells list for tomorrow.
No, that's not. What
I have a doll to find.
What's that?
I have to go find Alice's doll up
Yes.
in the ruins.
Come,
I've made a promise to a child,
let us find this doll before the sun sets.
Yes.
and I don't know what our goal is, but protecting mammoths
go to
and
the ruins.
children's dolls.
She makes promises to mammoths and children.
So
Okay. if
it
you
is my
insist.
job to help the helpless.
Yes, help the helpless and all that. Yes, nature, protect
The
nature.
runes will be there tomorrow.
Radical and I agree on
You,
everything.
you know that for sure? In this crazy world.
Let's go. Here we go.
Are
She and I go.
Are we at all concerned?
I'll go.
Yes.
High five. What are we concerned about?
Tell me on the way.
I'm sure it won't come up.
Let me guess. A dragon, a dwarven horde attacking, retribution.
Yeah, I like. We should explore the ruins.
They got the drum. We're good.
Yeah.
They'll let us know.
Let's go. Here we go.
Okay. Against my better. I mean, if this is what you are comfortable
The
with.
yes,
And then I
but
just
the-
punch him for fun.
Wisdom saving throw.
As
Wisdom
you
saving
just,
throw.
But Baldric, the last time you said this is against my better judgment, it went so well.
That was taking the axe,
Yes.
right? Yeah. Right, yeah. Well, we have something of a democracy. I'm not the leader of the party, so
He's very
we
persuasive.
have consensus. If
I
this
will
is,
do what I can.
I think we could just wait till tomorrow. But if this is the choice you make,
Well, we are already walking, you know.
I think.
You want to let a little girl spend the night without her doll just so you can prevent herself from murdering everyone?
I can. I am very.
So selfish.
I could whittle her a new doll, temporary substitute. Okay, so what do you guys?
It
I
was
already
made
heard.
by her mother.
Adric is definitely going. So it sounds like we're all going. I will just try to protect myself from
Yeah.
damage.
I hope you get damaged so you are cursed and stabbing things.
I don't think you understand how the curse works. It doesn't affect me.
Okay. It doesn't
We'll
affect
see
me
how you
either.
feel after you
Yes.
kill all your friends.
Unless
Try
you're
to
really
kill us
close
when
to 'em.
you are surrounded by a wall of fire.
If he goes on a murderous
Depends-
rampage, I
depends-
will turn him into a squirrel. It will be fine.
Yes, yes.
Very blasé
A squirrel.
reaction that I don't think bodes well.
Because he thinks it's all a dream.
Reality is but a kiss from a rose.
I heard that you once before lost one of the party members permanently. Perhaps this is what you were hoping for.
Yes,
A
he
repeat
made
of that.
he made terrible decisions.
I haven't heard of this. How come this was never brought to my attention?
Oh, there once was a man who
From
was
Nantucket.
very heroic,
From Scotland, actually.
and
Far away.
he went into a dangerous place to save the world, and,
And he got the emerald or whatever.
no one went with him,
No.
and
No, he just-
he died.
He-
Everyone else was
teleported
distracted by
across
the
the room
minions, and he went right to the boss by himself. I told everyone, go with him, but no one did, and he died.
Actually, I think you transported him to.
That's right.
He did.
One
He
way to
put
think
him
about
over there, and no
I
one
am
else
your
could get
enabler.
there.
Okay, so we're going to
Go into
the
the dollhouse.
The ruins.
Okay.
Yep, here we go.
It's
Okay. Do you guys let anyone know before you go, or you? Just
Yeah, yeah.
know?
Oh,
Oh,
we,
I'm
I think
gonna-
Radical can tell everyone what we're doing.
Oh yeah, I
It's her
would tell.
mission.
I would tell.
The person she tells? The little girl.
You tell Alice. She goes. Well, why are you going there?
Isn't that where you lost your doll?
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna look for.
You're gonna look. Yeah. All right.
Does she want to come with us?
I'm not bringing a doll.
Yes, and she can stay 5 feet from you all the time.
No, I will carry her.
Oh no! You know, if
And
you
I
stay
would
here
tell- I
and
would
someone
tell,
damages you
old
by
lady,
accident,
too.
you'll be surrounded by
Okay.
children.
That's why I'm going with you.
Or
Like,
Yoink.
you
Yes.
tell her to.
Oh, in common.
okay.
Felix.
She understands common. She's
Yeah.
just she doesn't like
good point. In
common.
a lot of ways, to
Okay.
Yeah.
accidentally stub your toe if we stay around here all day.
Okay, so you guys got to
Don't
camp
move.
One of
about
the kids
2.
bites
I'll
me.
say after the attunement and everything, it's
Okay.
3.
What's that? Oh yeah.
You guys got to camp around 2. After the attunement and everything, it's probably like 3 for a short rest. You guys start heading up the hill towards the ruins. You guys get there around.
All right, Mom. I'm kind of tossing the axe up and catching it by its handle.
Okay.
As we go.
Hits himself with it. Takes it.
And whistling.
You guys get up to the ruins around about 5. You can see, just black charred marks on the floor. Occasionally you'll see one that has a figure of like a humanoid that once was there but is no longer there. There's no skeletons that you really see or anything like that. It seems like the dragon, whatever it killed, it ate. The buildings are all like wooden structures. You can see most of them were burned down, but a couple of them have bits and pieces that were untouched.
Is there anything that might indicate the size of the dragon, like a wing print
Claw
in a
marks.
building, or the
From,
footprint or something?
From one of the scorch marks, you can tell that it's got to be pretty big. If this was just one continuous flame, it's about the size of the building from the flame perspective. So the head it's a gargantuan creature. So it is very big.
To use a random adjective.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Merde. This dragon appears to be gargantuan,
Destroyed all.
Oh,
which is, as you know, extremely large.
Yes, for a gnome would think that. to me, it looks merely huge.
Savage.
I see you are already affected by the Axis curse, lashing out at anyone near you.
So these structures that are still standing, perhaps Radical, we could start looking there. I don't know.
Yeah. You guys can give me an investigation check to search for the doll
With guidance.
with guidance. Are you all looking or just one?
I'll help.
Good at investigating. Yeah, I'm not a great investigator personally.
But this is your
Nice.
mission.
This is my mission.
Well, if I'm investigating with guidance, it's 21.
I'm just keeping alert.
How
for our
many
surroundings.
does guidance affect? How many people?
Just one
Just
roll.
one.
It's just one person.
Yeah, I was just gonna give it to whoever has the
Yeah.
highest.
I got you.
So 21
Okay.
works.
So yeah, 21 works.
I'm just telling you. She told me it was near this by her. She was hanging out with a friend. She was over here, and then she like.
This
ran
is very
away.
important, I agree.
Yeah.
We must retrieve the doll for the girl.
Jake, you find in a building that wasn't touched by the fire, but it looks like a giant bite was taken out of the building. You find below the rubble kind of a bit of color, and as you kind of reach for it, you pull out and realize that it is the doll with the pink bow.
Beautiful.
Oh my god!
Perhaps when you bring this to town, we can say, look how heroic the tieflings are.
Radical. Don't attune to it.
Does it appear to be magical in any way?
Stop.
The only magic it holds is in a young girl's heart.
Yeah.
Oh.
We will make this child very happy.
May I use the same investigation check to look for clues about the dragon's whereabouts?
Sure. With the 21, you get the feeling that the dragon came from higher up the mountain. You guys are probably about halfway up the mountain. From the direction that the fire started coming from, it looks like it was flying down the mountain, and that's the direction it was headed.
Is that from the east?
Let me check my map.
Because we heard that it flew in from the east.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
the village is to the
Wait,
south.
hold on. I got it reversed.
The ruins.
Yeah,
Or in
so
the
the
east.
ruins were to the east.
Yep.
Further east is the top of the mountain.
Got it. Yep.
So
Where
it came from the east. It was going down westward.
the higher part of the mountain. Okay, great. And confirming the. Got it. And the dwarf caverns were to the northwest.
Yeah.
Great. So it's all lining up.
Well, I
Proceed up.
suppose we should either go to kill the gargantuan dragon or go to look in a cavern with dwarves.
I thought it was so important to retrieve this doll and bring it right back to the girl tonight.
Oh, forgive me, it slipped my mind. I am absent-minded. You know?
Yes. No, I know.
Yes.
You have a lot on your mind.
It says it right here. See, absent-minded.
Yes.
I think we should
What are you
speak with
pointing at?
dwarves before we go hunting
This
a dragon.
place was scavenged or picked clean afterwards, or that sort of the destruction was so total that there was nothing to salvage.
You get a sense that no one's come back here to try and salvage anything, but at the same time, there wasn't really much left to salvage.
It's interesting that, well, maybe not, that the dragon seemed to have selected out the men, I guess. And left the women in tow.
must
And I would
be-
think a
that-
hungry dragon would
Must
just
be a
take.
reason.
That does provoke a question. Is there any logic to the attack as best we can put together? Was it chaotic destruction, or does there appear to be any more nuanced intention that we can divine?
Give me a nature check. I'm gonna say DC 20.
Guidance.
It's I think it's just the children.
You're right. I realized that afterwards because there's
also
just a
has
man, a
some
woman, and a halfling.
If you roll a 4,
I got it too.
no, 18.
18
Didn't quite make it.
didn't quite make it.
Right.
As far as you can tell, there wasn't really a pattern to the dragon's attack. It, from what you do see, the traces of the attack, you can tell that it basically consumed whoever it could catch. The people with the couple, those children, they're probably just were escaping with them. They're just the ones who were able to escape with them. It wasn't intentional on the dragon's part.
How advanced is this village? Is it
Yeah, that's
Stone Age, Bronze Age village, or is it like Middle Ages village?
It's not very. Give me an investigation check.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, it's 25.
25. It's not very advanced. You can tell that the logs that the kind of buildings were built out of, they weren't cut down with like a metal axe. They were cut down with like sharp stones that they had chiseled. And from the way that they were kind of cut, you can tell that it wasn't like a stone affixed to a stick, like an axe shape. It was just like a sharp stone in a hand.
Wow. Can we tell from that at all any more about their diet or what kind of food they were eating beforehand? Like,
You can tell there was a lot of berries, a lot of fruit. There were
gathering.
a couple trees that you would have seen like on the outer edges of the village that were burned down, but they look like now you can see from this higher vantage point that they look like some of the trees that you see on a forest to the north.
Oh,
Not a lot of
What?
long.
the elves.
to set up a
The elves are
civilization.
to the north,
The
and they
elves
live
are
in a
up.
forest there.
They attack anyone who approaches.
Was there some connection between the elves and the dragons?
Not that
No.
we know
But
of.
the elves
Just
drove
know
out the gnomes?
Yes, I have a racial grudge against them. But the dragon is from the east, and the
Yes.
forest is from the north, so it
Yeah.
is.
I would not be distracted by where the dragon came from. Surely it wouldn't be so obvious as to come directly from.
Well, I just am saying the dragon is not avenging the trees.
Well, it seems to have burned them, the ones here.
Yes, it
But
did
the
not.
trees form a connection between this village and the elves. Maybe the
Cooperation of some
villagers worked, had some sort of connection with the elves. We could ask them when we return to deliver the doll back to the little girl who was waiting anxiously.
You just want to go to sleep so you can cure your curse.
So selfish.
Village!
Yes, I am thinking only of myself. You're right. Fleming.
Well, it would
Village, tell us our story!
It would be great if maybe somebody could get the old lady to tell us what the agreement between the gnomes and the halflings was.
Well, we do not need her. Pliny knows it.
I made a point of getting you that axe, my friend.
Yes?
You asked for magic, I gave it to you. I took it from you. Would not have it without me.
Place.
Yes, exactly. I have that very much in mind.
I did not know it was cursed.
Is it?
You can detect magic. Of course you know it
Is
was
its
cursed.
natural
No.
quality such
Even
that if you
identify.
remove
No,
the
I know,
threat
but
of the
in character.
dragon, it would make sense. It's a more hospitable place than their current sort of refugee camp. Like
Yes,
they
because of
they
the
would.
fact-
It could be returned to theoretically.
Theoretically, if the threat of the dragon wasn't around, it seems like it would be a pretty good place to live for them. The soil is good enough to grow trees that they could use for fruit. The vantage point of it being on the mountainside like this allows them to keep an eye out for not only possibly someone coming to attack, but also lets them keep an eye out for possible food sources. Like if they do ever get the capability to hunt, it's not too far from a nearby river, so they would be able to have easy access to water from here. But the issue of the dragon right now is the big one that you guys know about.
Of course, they're mostly just children, and I guess they have the halfling to continue to protect them a little bit. Yeah. So, is there anything else we should investigate? Is there anything else of note that we see around us among the ruins?
The ruins of Nunville.
Noville.
Noville. Yeah. Give me a perception check.
Guidance. 3.
12.
12. One thing you also notice that kind of sticks out to you is that there doesn't seem to be a way for them to pass down information. There's no writing implements, there's no art, there's no painting, nothing like that.
Interesting, yes, because the world was just created. No way. They
exist, but not art or writing.
It would give the humans something to barter, right? They can't match the dwarves in metallurgy or the elves in whatever it is the elves are good at.
You want to
But
give them writing.
There's no
Most
reason
powerful
for anyone else to cooperate with them. They're entirely impoverished. They have nothing to trade. But with this skill, perhaps they could find a reason to have a cooperation with their neighbors.
It would give them
Economic
leverage. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Very well. Shall we return? I don't see anything else up here of note except.
Quick, while Flannery's gone.
Okay. So we head back to the village.
Okay. You guys get back
campsite,
there
yeah.
around 8 p.m. The journey there is not too difficult, as you had found that one path earlier, and you guys have traveled it like 3 times today, so you guys know it well. By the time you guys get back, you can see that most of the children are kind of asleep in the hut with the female half of the couple with their child. They're in one of the huts.
Mm-hmm.
And by the campfire is Alistor and Vorgioi.
Can we smell like there was some nice, good roasting going on?
You can smell that some of it was already roasted. It looks like they, as soon as they see you, they kind of lift up a portion of it and they put it on the thing for you. They saved a piece for you guys. So.
Excellent. Is the one girl asleep? Who's
Alice? Alice
Yeah.
is asleep.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna go to wherever Alice is sleeping to go in the hut.
Okay. Go
And-
ahead and give me a stealth and sleight of hand check.
Yeah, I go.
A low DC 5.
Rolls a 1 and falls on
8.
Alice.
8.
Whoa!
Wait, 9.
Oh, it's
Okay.
dark in here.
And another one, that's a stealth.
That's stealth. 12.
12. Okay. So with the 8 stealth, the children don't notice you, but the woman, Beatrice, notices when you walk in. And as you kind of sneak in, you take the doll, and as Alice is sleeping, you kind of slip it in between her hands.
Yes, yes,
And you can tell even though she's sleeping, she kind of notices because she smiles more in her sleep.
No.
Aww.
I make good berries for everybody
Hey.
to
Oh,
go
nice.
with the meat.
Sweet.
Or now's the chance for us to look at the skies. You know,
Right.
is it
Is it
clear
getting dark?
enough for us to see the stars?
It's mostly clear. There are a couple clouds, but you have a mostly clear view of the sky. You can see portions of stars. You can see there's a lot of these portions of the sky that are colored like purple or orange.
Incredible.
And the stars that you do see, because this is a clear light, there's no artificial light.
Yeah.
The stars that you do see are notably not in these clouds of gas. Whenever you see a cloud of gas, it usually, if it has any stars, it'll have a handful, and it'll mostly be this kind of just giant shape of gas.
So clearly not the sky I'm used to looking up at.
No.
So there's like nebula that are
Yes.
in the
Yeah.
sky.
It's like
Wow.
being and looking out from inside a soup that's still cooking.
You know, perhaps because this world was just created, the sky is still young. The stars are still being born.
The world and the cosmos of it. All new.
Can you go ahead and make me
We-
a perception check?
Absolutely.
The one thing that they noticed about the village, the past village, is there was no like
So low. Hold on.
written language, no art, no nothing like that.
Oh, I see.
That they have no means of doing
24.
that. And we went back down to
24.
the village, and
While
kids
you're
are
looking
asleep.
up at the
It's 8
sky,
o'clock.
you notice that one of the clouds of gas
I snuck into the tent
starts
and
to
gave the
shift,
girl, we tucked her
and the
Don't
stars
back in.
begin to form in
and
that cloud of gas.
and the
Whoa.
and they
just
form
the
the shape
guy and the
of
older
a mammoth
halfling are by the fire,
trampling
and then they're looking at the
dwarves.
stars.
Whoa.
What was that?
What was
Never
it?
in all my life
Oh.
have I imagined such a thing.
Are you snorting turtle
He-
dust?
perception
You
check,
guys,
he
you gotta
noticed
look at the
that in
stars,
sky,
bro.
Because it's night.
Coolest.
One of the clouds of gas that was there starts to shift.
So that
and
means that in the
stars
next
begin
few
to
days
form
we have the
into
chance
a
to do something
constellation that
very
shows a
fun.
mammoth
Yeah.
stepping on doors.
Whoa. Cool.
I ask Alistair, do we all see this or only he does?
I'll say that Alistair notices it first since he's a circle of the stars. But if he wants to tell you guys, you can all see it easily.
Bort, you mean?
Bort, yeah.
Bort,
Yeah.
Bort.
Yeah, I definitely share it with Bagheera, obviously, because we're stargazing.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, if you ask, then I would share
What are you
it. Like,
looking at?
This constellation, this group
So
of
amazing.
cluster of stars was not there just moments ago.
Are they moving?
I stab him with my dagger.
And if you look, I would say as a scholar of the stars, this kind of looks like a mammoth.
Throw a rock.
Oh yeah, I see. Is that the tongues?
Yes, exactly.
And then I ask Alistair, does the night sky, does it change this quickly all the time?
Huh?
The night sky, it looks like stars are just being born. Is this what you see all the time?
I believe so.
Really?
I've not really had much time to think of it.
Oh. Where we are from, the sky is mostly unchanging. It's
Well,
fascinating.
I mean, it's still day and night. That happened.
No, yeah.
What is it you see?
The stars, though, are pretty. I mean, they move across the sky, but in a
Constellation.
regular pattern.
Constellation?
Tremendous opportunity.
oh,
Would you
amazing.
care to
Oh, I get
introduce
very
it?
excited. And begin to explain, the shapes in the stars and how you can make things.
Like that over there. What? Tell me, this is your world. Look at this cluster.
I point to something other than the mammoth thing. Just something that's like in a vague shape. I'm like,
If you were to align the points, what would you see, Alistair?
It looks like a circle.
Yeah, that's good.
All right,
Good.
but imagine, expand your reach a little further. Imagine it's a picture. What else do you see?
I suppose it looks
Take
a
your
bit
time.
like the symbol of origin,
Symbol of origin,
the
yes.
flower.
Beautiful. Well, then, from henceforth, you should call this constellation the Flower of Origin. And you can tell your children and your friends.
I will do so, friend.
And imagine this. Imagine it's daytime, and you can't point at it, but you want someone to know to look for it in the night sky the next day. You could draw that symbol in the dirt, and that symbol would show someone what to look for later. And you could do this for anything you see. You could draw a mammoth that could mean, that means what it looks like. And you could have a series of these symbols, like a mammoth trampling a dwarf that tells a story in a picture.
Go ahead and give me a intelligence, because you're trying to get them to understand art,
Just,
right?
just to think about it.
Yeah.
Give me an intelligence check, and he's going to do one too.
Incredible.
We're going to see if he understands.
All right. 19.
19. Okay.
And next, you can explain the Aramaic alphabet. How you can have a limited number of symbols and recombine them in all sorts of ways.
Then we're going.
Linear A or linear B.
we'll have to hold writing for tomorrow, you guys.
Those are pictographs, ideographs. Then we'll arrive at characters. They have no resemblance to what they're depicting.
So
Purely
Baldric always
symbolic.
carries a Rosetta Stone because he's
Yes.
really into stonework in his backpack.
You can tell that there's a sense of understanding, but he's not entirely sure how to expand upon it yet.
Yeah.
Get the kids in on it. They'll come up with something.
I'll try.
So, what a strange day. Well, I'm ready to. You haven't invented beer yet, have you?
Invented beer?
Do you take wheat?
You
do you
folk
see?
speak so many strange
Yeah.
words.
Well, seeing as how you haven't, I think I'm going to turn in.
Not much other reason to be awake.
You guys can watch the stars.
Indeed, I shall.
Okay. And then I'll prepare my spells for the next day.
All right.
Radical's gonna hang out by the fire and play her drum really light and sing for a while.
I think while you do that, Vargioi would kind of get close and just watch you, just studying what you're doing. I think she would also ask, how do you know to do that?
Girl, you just feel it in your body. And she like puts her hand on her heart. She's like, can't you feel the rhythm of your own heart? And you also like inside you have a story and you have a song and everybody vibrates at a tone. And you can hear your tone. She puts her hands on her and then starts going like, she's like, this is your tone.
Okay, go ahead and make me a wisdom. Wisdom or charisma, your choice.
Radical's god is Jerry.
Charisma. Charisma is 21.
21.
I made a cleric insisted. Let her make up a
You can
god,
tell that she's kind of
basically, and
starting to
slowly over time
understand
it was revealed that
Yeah.
her god
what you're talking
was
about. She's getting a grasp on the idea of
forgot
like music.
the
Yeah.
Margaritaville guy.
Oh, Jimmy Buffett.
Yes, Jimmy Buffett. Was
And so in Radical's background is she's an
Simply, like,
entertainer.
slowly
She's
unveiled,
very
like, oh, the symbol of my god is a parrot.
No.
You believe in like
No.
you know,
Did she play the
very
piano
in
to
tune
type?
with
can
the
entertain the
sea.
people.
Yeah.
Hey,
It's like super laid back and chill
Yeah.
all the time.
that's hilarious.
I'll say that's probably a good place to
Yeah.
end it.
What was the last thing you did? I'm sorry, I missed it.
Oh, just that
The drumming.
she's understanding my
We're bringing culture,
Music,
My music.
culture.
language.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
awesome.
Teach
And
these kids to draw in the morning.
Beer.
some of us leave and some of us don't, depending on who's playing
Yeah.
his next adventure that he's
exactly.
DMing.
Let's see.
It's awesome.
Amazing, fascinating.
So do
If
you
vanish with
do you
your
have enough on
curse
this
Oh,
one
no.
that you could run another session?
I think so. I have another encounter that I had planned that you guys didn't get to this time.
Nice.
So I can probably plan some more stuff, but I'll probably not this next Saturday session,
Yeah.
but the one after that.
So I don't have anybody on the calendar besides Daniel for DMing. So if someone's interested in DMing a one shot, you like those things, I know. Probably we're looking at a early Saturday in April, like maybe an April 6th or March 30th. If someone's interested in,
Okay.
yeah.
Cool. Well, this was fun,
put that
guys.
out of your
Thanks for
mouth, I know.
Yeah.
Thanks for inviting me.
Of course, we're gonna do checkouts before we run away.
Great.
But if somebody's interested in DMing March 30th or April 6th, holler at me. And raise your hand if you have inspiration. I think I have an old one. You got 2 inspirations. Okay, so we'll do an inspiration vote. So for our checkouts, we're gonna do something you enjoyed about the session, something you enjoyed that another player did, and let me see that. Yeah, maybe here. Let me just take this. Let me just take the eraser kit. Something you enjoyed about the session, something you enjoyed that another player did, and then, if possible, separately, your inspiration vote. Vote for someone to get inspiration. And it's your first.
Awesome. Well, Daniel, I thought this was great fun. Very imaginative, a lot of different things to do and a lot of places to explore. Great game. One thing I noticed that I think you were doing, and I may have been overreading this, but I just appreciated seeing as a dungeon master, if I'm right, as it seemed like you were on the different checks. You would kind of, there was like a gradation going depending on how well people did, and I forget, I should have written it down. But there were a couple times where I saw it looked like you were adjusting. It wasn't just like success or failure. It was like there was like different
How much you get out of it.
Degree of.
and I really
Yeah.
appreciated noticing that because I think that's
To know.
that's a challenge as a DM to
No.
improv that and to do that. So, but I thought the story
No.
was really great. I love at the end starting to get a feel of how we're actually like affecting this world.
Yeah.
The mammoth and dwarf encounter was just a lot of fun. So great! I can't wait to. I'm going to try to make a point of being able to join the next time because I want to see where this goes. And I already know what I'm going to do with the axe after I get rid of it. After I get rid of the curse.
I'm gonna leave it on top of Pliny while he's sleeping so that he
No, no.
attends to it.
I'm going to get rid of it for all time, or at least for like 1,000 years.
Ooh,
And I have to say, I loved the opening. I love this idea that we were like seeing this from the very beginning, like we're being ported into a realm that's just born.
Yeah.
And it reminds me of something I can't quite from like the Narnia books. There's like a later book where they go into different worlds, and I think there's something
Yes.
like that.
They see old dead worlds, but also
New young
like the
worlds.
post,
There's,
the,
like,
the
pools.
lamp post grows
Yeah,
like limbs because it's in a world so suffused with vitality.
yeah. There's like these different pools, and they can see different worlds. Anyways, that's really imaginative and really cool. There are a lot of cool things that players did, and I won't go through them all because everybody's going to want to talk. But the thing I'm going to mention and that I would award inspiration for was Bagheera's awakening. It's just like, just like that was beautifully narrated,
Gentleman.
and I really
Temple.
felt it.
Yeah.
And I felt like you just like were cutting loose and had, in these one shots. I don't think we get a lot of character development because they're all punctuated little worlds and everything. But I thought Bagheera grew a lot and expressed something really kind of deep and beautiful inside him.
I'm excited to see how he dresses tomorrow.
Even though I was carrying like a carcass with Bort and running away, I appreciated carrying that. Yeah. So, is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I guess I'll go. What did I enjoy about the session? I felt like it had a lot of lore. It's like a setting that I want to explore more and like figure out the racial tensions between the various species, the special tension, and just sort of long-term run around exploring things. And I like how you wrote the stuff that you wrote. It was well worded and evocative. I liked that the guy was throwing dirt on top of blood puddles. Player did. I really liked the Star Druid and the voice you were using and the flavor of the rocks with the constellations on them and stuff, and just kind of this the perspective of that person and someone else who's seeing things subjectively with Pliny. It's like
Nice.
bringing up the relativity of existence. I enjoyed the characterization. Pass. The vote. I think it's got to go to Bagheera for Tarzan transformation.
I was thinking, who's that poet? Robert
He's no
Bly?
longer Lord Greystone.
Pass to Julieta.
Yay! Yeah, I love what a great world and what a great intro. And I loved the heart-stopping moment in the intro where it seemed for a moment like magic might not work here.
Yeah.
Everybody was like,
Freaked me out for a second. Yeah.
David White was like, whatever.
hey. It's fine, I just hit stuff. It's good. And just how rich, like we said, the world was and how many options existed, and there wasn't a clear moment at first of like, oh, here's what we're here, where sometimes there's a person to be like, oh, we need you to do this. So that was cool to just have it be more investigative. I too loved the awakening of the beast inside of Bagheera. I also loved the 6 seconds of Pliny trying to be like, should we leave? And who wants to leave? Who wants to leave? And just that split of people being so far gone as the situation went asunder. Oh my god, and just that will never not be funny that he convinced him to take a cursed sword. I mean, a cursed
I led the way to help him get a magic item.
I know, I mean,
He was
it's
saying
just,
he wanted a magic
that's
item.
the luck of the draw. That's the
Your
luck of the
intention
draw.
was noble, no
But
doubt.
and then I also love the just the comedy of the be right back, leaving the guy in the field waiting for his axe was ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, for just to make it interesting, I think for inspiration, I'd give it to Jake for being the one to be like, run away!
The mammoths are coming.
For leaving. Taking the initiative to be initiative.
Not to mention casting darkness on your holy symbol and tossing it away from you.
That was totally chaotic and
Yeah, it's a
random.
bit, yeah,
I'm gonna take the most precious thing I have, make it so I can't
thing
see
that
it.
lets
That
you
was,
cast
like,
spell.
that was truly one of those moments of divide where Julie, didn't want to do that. but Radical would absolutely do that.
Let's see, I need something I can throw. Oh,
Ah, that's, yeah.
Magic!
Yeah, quick.
Go! That was ridiculous.
Daniel, do you want to go last or next?
I'll go last.
Okay.
I appreciated how all the NPCs were sketched out in a like quickly and efficiently. We're able to get a feel for kind of what their deal was in an established kind of like a bond with what they were going through. Even the mammoth, like the mammoth got like with one
Some
line being like,
characterization, yeah.
"If I die here to save the tribe, then so be it." Made me feel for that mammoth,
Yeah.
which goes back to like the sort of maybe I'm reading too much into it, but the visible tension in Radical as she was struggling with what to do over this mammoth situation that results in like rushing in and throwing the holy symbol. I think I want to give my inspiration vote to Radical for having like a real existential, well, not existential, but like moral crisis to grapple with, but also for showing the halfling how to play the drums. I also want to call out the inherent humor in Pliny, almost word for word, jokingly predicting the cursed battle axe, the cursed battle axe of bad hunting decisions, which we all laughed off. And then
Twas indeed.
I very much enjoyed our stargazing with our new companion, and like the constellations reflecting our events. Such a cool visual touch.
yeah.
And as ever, Adric's very laconic way to sum up events. Like, oh, how's it going with the negotiations? Not well. Very, it's like the perfect beat on that. And finally, I'll say, in my mind at least, Baldric has a certain like a gentle gravitas to him, which made it especially funny. Like when we were all hanging on his words, right after we found out how huge the dragon was, we were like waiting for the wisdom, and he was like, "Ah, yes. Well, a gnome would think it was gargantuan. For me, it would be merely huge." That was great. Yeah, no, the dragon and the mammoths, even though we never touched them, or in the case of the dragon, even saw them, like I got a sense of power in their portrayal, which like felt very primal and matched the setting.
Who was the inspiration vote?
Julie.
Copy.
Notice though that the pterodons, whatever, they can die.
Yeah.
It's just a sickly old mammoth that she hurts them.
Thank you, Daniel. I thought it was very creative. I liked everything that everybody pointed out to this point. The thing I would add that I enjoyed was the dwarves not speaking common. It kind of adds a different element to it. That the limited language. I like that a lot. My inspiration goes to your character for his hunting joy.
Bloodlust.
Awakening.
Yeah.
So, pass.
All right. Yeah, I thought I enjoyed your descriptions a lot, Daniel. I thought setting things up and use the word evocative, I think, is the perfect word way when we were coming into these situations to sort of feel like I was understanding the picture of what was building. Seconded very much on the language barrier being a thing. It was super cool.
I liked it.
Yeah, starting out I was expecting like a different sort of thing, and once everyone was like, okay, we're not like caveman grunting here, but the idea that there's like, cultures that are significantly different in advancement and sort of how their societies are structured, and then adding a language barrier on top of that, I thought it was a good way to make this like, this world is different than your typical like D&D politics in a way. While it's small and self-contained, those small touches make it really there's a quick understanding of the barriers between these cultures, so I like that a lot. So your commitment to your commitment to saving the mammoth, and then the unfolding like complexity of that, where it's sort of like, well, these people need to eat, and they think that we're helping them hunt to eat, and the mammoth also is like, not like, oh, woe is me, I'm a sad like victim here. Was like, no, I'm gonna like fight and kill them and protect my tribe. I just thought that like simple decision of being like, I'm gonna save the animals, turning into a much more complicated 4 people died situation was really fun and awesome. But I will have to give the inspiration to Bagheera for rich guy finding his primal state.
It's very Lord Greystoke, yeah.
All right, Daniel.
There were so many things I liked that you guys did. Like I said, a lot of stuff I had planned in a way because I didn't know what you guys were going to do. But I'm glad you guys took all the different options that you did. I had a lot of fun coming up with some stuff on the fly. Like, I didn't think about the constellation thing until I realized you're a Circle of Stars druid. And I was like, that would be the perfect thing to kind of showcase, like, all that's gonna
Interesting.
happen. But I have a lot of ideas for if you guys are willing to continue in this, to have it evolve and stuff. But yeah, I was very excited to play with you guys. You were all great. I planned a lot of stuff. Like I said, I had one encounter that we didn't get to today, so we can try that again next time. Inspiration point wise, I think I have to give it to Radical again. Not just for the darkness, throwing the thing that I need to cast spells into the combat, but I think also just for like pretty much always being like, oh, where's the kid? I want to talk to these kids.
Yeah, that was really sweet.
Really good. The commitment to the finding the doll, I thought was great.
Yeah, loved it.